Well, I mean, you can't just throw it off on us. I mean, you gave an opinion about it. I mean, you know.
Right, and the thing is, I don't think that what she's doing should not be.
It's not.
She should not be doing to you what she's doing to you, and I think it's completely wrong and it's fucked up. She should have never called anybody outside anywhere to do anything, all because you had questions.
But apparently, you know, she acts like she's not responsible, but you know, I've definitely got cause enough. Believe me.
Yeah, and she is responsible for what she does. She made choices. She did that, and all you did was ask questions, and because of that, you did get attacked, and it's wrong.
And I'm still being attacked. My words are still being twisted, even as of today.
I tried to tell y'all they were used to picking. They were used to having a gang picking on just two people that would speak out against them, and then when y'all came along and you gave your own opinions about their behaviors. Now they don't know what to do about it. Now they're not used to having a group of people not like them publicly on the internet for their behaviors. So therefore, what they do, they attack the shit out of your personal life just like they did.
You know what I think it is? I think it is that they're not used to people being intelligent enough to realize and call them on their bullshit.
Exactly.
Because all this is, the people that are starting to call them out are people that know they're full of shit. They know that they're... you know, that lawyers don't act like that.
We've got people
here that are married to lawyers, that have lawyers as fathers, that have lawyers as friends, that have lawyers as uncles, as nephews. Look, they know that real lawyers don't act like this.
Right.
But what's the first thing they did, Lynn? Instead of giving and putting an internet argument out there and saying basically a shit show where you fight with them and argue, what's the first thing they did?
People can't argue. They can't argue.
They went to your personal life immediately. They started trying to interfere with your personal life.
And aligned with all the people over there.
You know why? The number one reason for that was hoping I would leave.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's what we've been fighting, Lynn. That's why I talk to these people the way that I do, because they don't deserve anything other than that.
33 included. He's a piece of shit.
Oh my God, he's below a piece of shit. I mean, I can't wait to find out if I can. I don't even know if I can. You know, that's a scary thing. And like I said, if I hadn't have gotten, I feel very blessed to have gotten the officer that I got, that he's been because of a officer involved shooting, he's been bullied and harassed now for years. And you know, you can't just go off, because one of the ones bullying and harassing him is an attorney, as a matter of fact.
And didn't you say, Lynn, that things like you, personal things like you, were thrown out with gravesite stuff and deaths in your family and so on and so on? But isn't it ironic that Daisy and Judy and the rest of these people that say that they don't like that either are over supporting 33 who did that to you? Isn't that ironic?
Isn't it ironic that I said to 33 that I didn't agree with what he said? Isn't that ironic? So we could say the same thing. Well, guess what? We could say the same thing. Look at Joanne and all those people, all the stuff that you said about me. So what the fuck are you talking about? You're making no sense. I just want to address somebody in the comments, Lynn, if you don't mind for 1 minute. I don't need to speak. I don't need to speak to this clown.
Just like 33.
I just want to. So somebody should publicly ask. This is Melly, okay? If Val received something in the mail, did she take it to get fingerprinted or have the saliva test? Melly, are you one of the people that sent something in the mail?
No,
I don't understand. Well, what? Now, how would you know what she does, NJ? How would you know?
Melly doesn't do that shit, and you fucking know it.
Oh, but you know that I had an affair, right? You know that. Okay. That's what I want to do. Okay. That's all I wanted to hear. You know that Millie didn't mail something to me, right?
Yeah,
we
know that.
Okay. I got to clear it up.
Hey, Daisy, let's clear this up. If we had a text message of Melly saying that she sent something to your house, then yeah, she probably did. Kind of like you and Matt have text messages saying that you had an affair. You see the difference?
You have never seen one text message from me. Listen up. There is not one text message from me. Not one.
Not. You're the married one. You're the married one. Of course you ain't going to send text, you idiot.
God, you're so stupid. You're so fucking stupid. You really are. You're fucking stupid.
But your horn dog affair, buddy, he
so
didn't mind kissing and telling the whole world.
Yeah, he kissed and told everybody. You mad at the wrong one.
I ain't mad. I ain't mad.
Yeah, you mad. You mad.
So I wanted y'all to know that Vicious is rescoping us. So any communications you want to get to the cowards, the ones that are too cowardly to come in here and
yeah, you fat fucks over there. Why don't y'all fucking get a life and do something with yourself and leave fucking LYN and people alone? All you sick fucks do is sit over there and fuck with people. All of you, you fucking trash. How you like that shit, Vicious, you fat fucking cow?
Yeah, see, I don't mind. I think that's deserved.
Fucking sitting over there fucking scoping someone because you ain't got content enough in your own life to fucking put out there because you sit on this box all day with your nose up in everybody else's shit. You fucking lonely bitch. You ain't even got your own goddamn home. You got to move in with Shauna and Rob, you fucking piece of shit.
She does sell her pictures, but she doesn't have any bills now because Rob and Shauna have adopted her, so she should be all right.
You still skating your ass across the fucking grass, or did y'all get toilet paper yet? You fucking trashy bitch. You sit over there and you do nothing every day but get your ass up in the middle of shit and fuck with people and then mooch off people and move in with people and can't fucking do shit for yourself. Fucking how old are you and you ain't even got no damn kids and no responsibilities in life and you can't even fucking get your life together to fucking go do something else with it besides fucking with somebody because you mad?
Everybody has tried to help her, but she won't get a job.
Baby, don't go there, you hoe. I will motherfucking jump, bitch. Don't fucking try me. Fucking baby kid.
Yeah.
Fucking trash just like the rest of them over there. Get all up in the middle of shit because I ain't got nothing else better to do than get online with fucking people. To act like a victim. Run along, be a victim. Ask Val to add your name to the fucking list, baby.
Okay, I will. And Vicious too. All right, that's two more. I got it.
Yeah, add Vicious too. Go ahead, add Vicious too. Go on ahead.
Yeah, Vicious is, I'm not going to defend her. She's an evil liar.
Yeah, but Val's disrespectful ass just fucking defended her right here on your scope-to face, and that's what I'm talking about.
I defended who?
She don't give a fuck about
defended who? What?
You fucking, but Vicious is a victim now.
I never said victim when she was a Vicious.
Oh, poor Vicious after all the shit she's done to LYN, right?
Who the hell said poor Vicious?
Well, it's not me. I don't really care what these people do to me.
LYN, you see how she starts shit? Did I once say... But you know how stupid NJ is? I don't even fucking get along with Vicious. See how stupid you are?
I don't think she'll defend Vicious.
See how she starts shit? She don't even know what she's talking about.
I busted your fucking cheating ass out, though, didn't I? I'm so stupid.
That's all she wants to go with. You didn't bust out shit. You had fucking a message that fucking Dawn and Matt. Dawn, I ain't mad.
Let me ask you a question. What was going to be the baby name? According to Matt, there was going to be a baby.
At 50 years old, I'm going to have a baby. You people, no, actually they said it was going to be twins. Get it right. And I actually asked Judy at that point. We did a Godfather theme, and I asked Judy if she would be the godmother, and then we asked Timmy to be the godfather. You see, that's how we went with that.
Your life is miserable, and you know the shit's true. Go ahead.
My life is miserable. Listen, honey, let me tell you something. My life, could my life always be better? Of course, my life could be better. Everybody's life could be better. We can make it better each day. But you know what? I'm blessed. I'm blessed with a beautiful family, with beautiful children, with a pension for the rest of my life. I live in a nice house. I live in a nice neighborhood. I'm blessed. I don't come out here like people and brag and fucking pat myself on the back and show Gucci. Yeah, okay. It was in a hotel. Okay, listen. For the fourth time, his girlfriend and other people were there, and my friends. Okay, so you could believe what you want. I know what happened, and it's really like you want to believe it's so bad.
Matt, we all know what happened too. He was going to wait for you to marry you.
And no offense, Matt, and no offense to anybody, but I think I could do a little bit better than that. I'm sorry.
Is he still waiting, Val? Is that what he's doing? Is he waiting?
Give me a little credit. Give me a little bit of credit, okay? Give me a little bit of credit, okay? You could have picked. Listen, just like if Jay Stanley came to New York and he was in New York and I went to go meet him and we took a picture and something, would you know, you run with that too?
I'm sure you would have fucked him too. That's what whores do, right?
NJ, you are so fucking empty inside. It's sad. I really pray for you.
But the thing, bottom line is, true or not, you shouldn't let you need, you know, that's, you're talking about screwing with people's lives.
Oh, they all did. They sent it to my house.
V, what's that girl name in they the one that's talking that shit to me? NJ. NJ. Isn't that, yeah, it's only NJ and Daisy in the beam, so.
Right. Oh, Lynn, since you so fucking bossy, then why'd you fucking mute me, you bum fucking bitch? And NJ, your bitch ass ain't gonna fucking jump me. You broke to fly to California, you froggy bitch. You ain't no fucked up ass bitch ass husband. That's a bitch ass man. A bitch man in bitch business doing bitch shit. Bitch, get control over your motherfucking bitch.
Hear something from you and run with it, okay? I would
bitch, you don't want me, bitch. You and nobody on that motherfucker gonna jump. Bitch, y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of voiceless frauds. Y'all can't even jump for shit. Bum bitches, broke, sorry. I'm a victim ass bitch.
Going from, you know, going to people's homes. He's somehow obtaining pictures.
I gotta go to the store. I'll be back. Bitch, say some more shit so I can come back and say some more. I would say it in Lynn's broadcast, but that fucking coward bitch over there won't allow us to have a voice.
Well, she's known for blocking people that don't agree with her. Yes. Yep, I agree. LYN is a fascist, indeed.
Valerie, you know who sent that mail to you. You knew it a year ago.
And I bet you Lynn won't let them hear me say that shit. Oh, froggy
you
bitch.
To, what? Did she get a hold of you and say,
I don't speak to her. No,
I'm going to go kill myself. You have to believe me. Come on, Val.
No, I do not speak
All right,
to
I'll be
her.
back.
Okay, Val. The girl asked me. The girl asked me for your brother or for your brother's information. She wanted.
That was Babery, ladies and gentlemen. LYN has blocked everybody that doesn't agree, so you're welcome here, darlings.
On Twitter, how do you get a hold of Brian Blank from New York? We got to talk to him about his wife having an affair. So what are you talking about?
Val, I know you're smarter than you're acting right now, and I don't know why you want to defend Kathy Bailey all of a sudden.
I'm not defending Kathy Bailey.
But I'm going to tell you what. You know damn well who sent that crap. You knew it a year ago, and until you started talking to Bailey again, did your mind change? And I'm going to tell you something.
My mind never changed. My mind never changed. I don't know who exactly mailed it, and I said it 1,000 times. What I do know,
you just asked Melly if she did it, but yeah, you knew. So why would you ask if Melly did it? See what you do?
What do you mean? I asked her. Yeah, of course I asked her.
Why would you ask her when you already fucking knew?
I don't listen. Pay attention. I never said I know who sent it to my house. I know who has called my sister, who has messaged my sister. That was Kathy Bailey. There was other things that were sent from different states. And you know what? I did a video on this. And did I bring it to the postmaster isn't going to investigate what came and the pictures and this and that. It wasn't a threat in what came to my house. So nobody was going to investigate that. People sent stuff from, there was a state in Alabama. Somebody could have took a ride over the state line and mailed it from there to make it look like Dawn. You'll never find out who exactly did it. And so no police is going to lift fingerprints off of anything, because you know what people do? They put gloves on when they mail things, Melly. That's what these people do.
She knows that Kathy Bailey has sent that shit to her house, and that's why she told Kathy Bailey to put the needle in her arm. And she did that live feed banging her arm, telling Kathy to put the needle in.
Well, can I say something?
Yeah.
Matt is over in Vicious's scope, Daisy, saying like I'd want a 50-year-old. My girlfriend is only 34. I can do a lot younger than Daisy.
Wow.
Piece of shit.
Wow.
You're a piece of shit, Matt.
Yeah. See, because they're mad because I'm over here. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
So what do you know? I'm not saying I'm over here. I'm joining in. I'm having a conversation with people because it's what affected my life. And if that's what he wants to say, you know what? Well, I guess he got offended when I say I could do a lot better than fucking Matt, you know. But I let you people run with it, whatever. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. Let's just move on to what we was talking about with the stuff that was sent to my house. NJ, I thought you did it. I thought Kathy Bailey did it. I thought Dawn did it. And you ready for this? You want to know? You want to? Wait. You want to know who else I thought did it? I thought maybe Matt did it at one point. Okay? So trust and believe. There's a lot of things that you don't know either.
You know he's crazy, and you know that you need to get away from him. And see, if you think back, what did I tell you before I left Texas when I was in that group with you? I told you, be careful with his ass. But you didn't want to fucking listen.
No, you did. I'm not going to say you did.
Now look at the shit you got your ass in with him.
Well, then let me ask you a question.
NJ never knows shit? You want to say NJ never knows shit.
I promise
but you don't listen.
Let them finish and then you can.
Let me just ask you, and NJ, I want you to be honest. I don't want you to be mean or evil about it. I want you to really like put our differences aside and our dislike for one another.
Yeah, like
I want to ask you a question. Do you really believe that I had something with that man? Do you really believe that in your heart?
I really do believe that. Do it.
Okay. All right. At least you answered it honestly, and okay.
I think you should be honest with yourself at this point, Val.
Okay. I just wanted to know if you would just running with it.
You were flirting with him, sending pictures of him with his cowboy hat with no shirt on, and you guys were sending back and forth to each other. I knew what was happening, and I warned you of this.
Well,
I said,
you answered the question.
Get you in fucking trouble, Val.
I asked you
a fucking person you'll never get away from.
Let her talk.
She won't let me talk. I asked you, and you gave me what you believe is your honest opinion, and that's all I could ask for. I thought maybe you were just running with it because everybody else was, but now I know that you truly believe that I did that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, so we can move on. That's what you believe. I'm not going to sit here and try to change your mind. I mean, it doesn't matter, you know.
I've heard the fucking recorded calls. I've heard them.
You could play the recorded calls. It doesn't matter. You could send the messages out across the fucking country. You know, it doesn't matter.
Let me ask you
like we know that Leo and Anna pretended like they were fiancé.
Yeah.
I mean, they're flirting and doing this and that.
Well, let me ask you this, Val.
Vicious tells Mike all the time, "Oh, I love it when you go on these walks. It makes you breathe hard. I can close my eyes and
I never did
imagine
stuff like
I'm
that.
having sex." Yeah, that's what Vicious.
Then let me ask you this, Val. What is it that's there in the friendship that you so-called have with Matt? What are you afraid of then, Val? Why do you not fucking disperse? Do you know if a man would have done to me what you're saying he's done to you? There's no fucking way that I would be with him. Whether it happened or didn't happen, there's no fucking way I would have a fucking thing to do with him.
Just think about this for a minute. Dawn Graves. Why
are you still friends with him if he did all that to you? Why are you still friends with him?
Dawn Graves has nothing to do with your friendship.
Why are you still friends with him, Val? If a man's
Dawn Graves,
why are you still friends?
Listen, if Dawn Graves, and you know Dawn Graves, you don't think she had something to do with this? You don't think that there was
text from that phone?
Okay. All right. Well, listen, just like you have what you believe, I have what I believe. But you know, at the end of the day, NJ, you know, at the end of the day, I know what I did. I know. And that's all that matters. My conscience is 100% clear. You people could go on. And listen, like I said, Matt don't speak for me. Whatever Matt told Dawn or whatever it was, Matt could have said that he was marrying me in a month. Does that make it? Does that make it true?
Something serious from you. What is the problem? What are you afraid of for not leaving him and ditching him after all this shit that he's done? He made those recorded calls. No one told him to say what he said in them. He said that himself.
Okay.
No one
without publicly
except him. Why in the fuck are you hanging around a motherfucker that would so-called do this to you?
Because you want me to tell you why? Because there's another side of Matt that people don't know. And listen, let me listen, there is. And when one of my friends got into, my brother's friend got into a motorcycle accident, he was in Milwaukee, and blah, blah, blah. All I'm saying, there is another side to him, and he explained to me. I didn't agree with it. I told him I want to know what happened between you and Dawn, that you would even use me as a freaking pawn in some sick game and all this other stuff. So that was my opinion, my decision to stay friends with him after that.
I think people see through it, and I don't know what you're doing, but this is sick, Val. It's sick. It's fucking sick, and you're not fooling anybody. It's sick.
I don't understand. What do you mean it's sick?
They want me to break off my friendship with Matt because of this whole thing.
No, I don't want you to do anything. I'm asking you why in the fuck a person could sit around and tolerate that kind of shit and then say, "Oh, well, he's got a good side." You kidding me?
Well, but I
don't you want to say an affair didn't happen?
Because I know it wasn't true. That's why it doesn't bother me. That's why.
Okay.
I think that bothers you, that I know what happened and what didn't happen.
No, it doesn't bother me at all.
Like you want to believe it.
So that doesn't bother me at all.
Okay.
Well, I just wanted to say that I've been shunned more than one time for a lot less than what Matt has done. And
exactly.
So I'm still trying to figure out how this man is so much more important than your girlfriends, because I've never done half of what Matt has done.
Because this man is holding that over her head and she can't get away. She can't get away. But if Val were to reach out, she would have support. But see, she won't fucking do it. She'd rather sit up here and bold-faced lie to people to save face herself and stay her ass in a fucking situation that she can't get out of, which is ridiculous. Therefore, even connecting herself to not only Matt, but 33 as well.
I mean, I'm just saying, Val, I have not done half of what Matt has done to you. Not even a quarter. Not even a tenth.
Nope.
And
this one saying caught them in the act. Okay, you listen. This is so fucking old news. I'm so fucking tired of it.
It's not old news, Val, because you just fought with me a week ago.
Why? I mean, really and truly, why would you want to push that?
Push what?
Why do you keep wanting to push it?
Push what?
I mean, what? She's obviously saying it didn't happen.
Why? Because here's my thing on it.
I'm not pushing that.
I will tell you exactly why, Lynn. Because this Val that everybody sees, the fucking ass clown show Val, is not the fucking Val. Matt is the one that's done this shit to her. And he's holding shit over her fucking head. And Val was a different person. Sure. And Val parading along bullshit, poking fun of others comes from fucking Matt and others.
Nothing is at risk for you. Come on.
Oh, everything is at risk for a lot of people.
Are you insane?
But you are not accused. You are not accused.
Why would you want to try to push somebody into saying something like that? If Matt's hurting her, that's fine.
My husband. She accused my husband of doing shit.
Push to making that declaration on or off camera. I mean, do you realize there are people badgered in a witness room for days, and they finally admit to committing murder because they're just so fucking sick of the psychological abuse?
Yep.
How would you
It's been going on for 2 years. It's been going on for 2 years.
That's the only thing that good.
If she made that allegation about you and your husband, if she made that allegation
I can't answer for what Matt said. Maybe Matt wanted to have his ego build up.
I would not handle it this way. Because guess what? Your husband knows it's not true. You know it's not true. Neither one of y'all can use that in some type of separation.
But you weren't around during the attacks of it, Lynn. You weren't around during the attacks of it, Lynn, and all the shit that was put through. Our whole family was put through a lot. Our family was put through so much shit over the shit that she said.
Next. But I'm sorry, I don't see. I mean, I've called out when they've been doing something that hurt your son or hurt your livelihood or you didn't have a home. But right now, you're still bringing this up.
Yep.
Stop.
No.
Nobody needs to run with this narrative. Why not leave it alone? Stuff has already been sent to her
because
house.
Val needs to leave it alone. Val needs to leave it alone, and that's my point.
What does she need to leave alone?
She's constantly digging, poking, and prodding, and acting the victim and throwing us out.
She's not allowed to, in other words, she's not allowed to pick on anybody, or you're going to throw something like that. Somebody else can act crazy, talk about brothers, talk about
because I'm taking it back to where it started, Lynn, where it fucking started, and she knows what happened.
Yeah, but NJ, what you failed to realize, I didn't write those text messages, okay? He could say anything, and for whatever reason. Does that make it true? Does that make, so you now all of a sudden, Matt, who's everybody says is a liar, now all of a sudden Matt sends these messages, and all of a sudden Matt's telling the truth. That's what I love.
So can we have you acknowledge that you were a liar and that you lied about what my husband did because he didn't do what you're saying he did? You want to lie to say he was in litigation? And all the attacks that we had on our family because of your lies? Can we say that now that you're a liar?
What we could say is that you put out the messages first that I was sending stuff. Okay. Well, listen, let me finish and then I'll hear what you have to say.
That's why they were put out, because you continued with that lie.
Let me
Dawn
finish.
brought it to me because she knew.
Oh, Dawn, the one that you guys don't speak to anymore. Okay, so you guys put that message out that this is a taste of what Val sent me to our inbox, and I can't wait till later tonight, and blah 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 blah. The next thing you know, I get messages who I thought was from NJ. It happened to be Justin. Are you going to do? Listen,
that's not what she said.
Are you going?
Are you that it was from us? You never said you thought. You said they were, and they were in the messenger that we had together, and all the messages.
I did. I did say that. I did say that. I'm saying now. I'm saying.
And you lied to me again.
I did say that, but I never said that there were videos. I never said that there were.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not. All I said is there were inappropriate messages.
My husband sent you a video jacking off to you.
I've never said that.
Yes, you did.
You know what? You find the receipt of that. I have never said that he sent me a video of doing that. That is a no. You know who said that? I swear on my children, NJ.
That is what you said.
Listen. NJ, I swear on my fucking children, I never said that. I never said that.
Fucking attacks from people because of the lie that you pushed out.
I've never said that. You see how you just twisted something like that, was trying to be civil with, and you want to say that I said that he sent me videos?
That's what you said.
And Lynn, after this, you can drop us. It's like this.
You know what? I had enough of you guys. I had enough of you.
Goddamn, if you think that you can...
Lynn, thank you. Thank you. I'm leaving. I've had enough.
Sit here and apologize to you for the shit we've done when you fucking started. You fucking lied on us. And if you don't like the fucking reaction, then clear the shit up.
Clear it up and stop it. You said you wanted to stop, but you won't. Every day you're poking and digging and you're making videos and you're throwing shit out. Every day.
Nobody gets to tell
nobody like y'all asses. Y'all a couple
so you want me to admit my faults while that person gets away with what's done? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Really?
What she did. She told everybody that he was shacking off in the inbox to her, and that he sent inappropriate messages, and that she couldn't speak about it or show the proof because it was in litigation. That's what she said.
Matt just said, I wish I could have had a threesome with Val and my girlfriend. I mean, that's kind of gross.
He's sick. And that's my point. Val needs to open her eyes.
I mean, Val, that's kind of sick. I don't know if you're still in here, but that's gross.
And she needs to open her eyes and get back to reality with that. And it goes back to what I told her in the very, very, very beginning of this, Lynn. I fucking told her in a private message, be careful.
And let me tell you,
that's going to be one you can't get away from.
Matt could have set her up. Those pictures and stuff could have possibly been a setup.
A Kim Gibbler.
Then why the fuck? Then why the fuck did she take up for him?
I mean, whatever you want to believe. Hell, I ain't here to tell people what to believe and what not to believe. I mean,
all I know is watching as many divorces as I watched through my ex. I just wouldn't put a family through that. And when you start playing with stuff like this, you run the risk of that.
Right.
I know they may.
And I wouldn't put a family through what they did with ours either, because they did. They did.
I know that.
Fucking put that shit out, saying that shit.
Again, but the thing is, it's not going to stop. The families are still going to happen if it keeps on and on and on. I don't know how to go back and fix the things that happened.
But do you feel, Lynn, today is the only day that people have actually heard back, actually admit that she lied? She's never admitted to anybody until today that she lied. This has been going on for a year and a half.
2 years.
Almost 2 years. She never fucking cleared that up. She never told anybody that she lied until today. So people have all this shit about my husband, and all the shit has been fucking a lie.
Okay, doesn't that show she's trying?
It shows she got caught. That's what it shows.
Oh, bitch, shut up.
It's like this, Lynn. I mean, if you want to take up for her, hey, that's fine. I ain't going to come out against you.
No,
you can find out on your own, just like everybody else can find out on her own. Just don't cry to us about it after she manipulates and she pops over there and everything you tell her in the inbox, she's going to be right over there with them. And
I don't inbox her. I don't inbox her. So the only thing she'll be able to do is clip up what we say on this scope. That's it. Okay.
Doing this shit for a long time, and it's continued, and her clown show has gone on and she's attacked multiple people.
All y'all stupid asses gonna do is keep spending your stupid ass.
I'm willing to bounce with everybody.
2 years, y'all hella stupid.
It just kind of took me off guard when
for heck of
I realized
how's any of that paying y'all
somehow breaking in
none of that's
records
paying
or
nobody
however they're
bill.
getting this
Y'all
stuff.
hella retarded.
Yeah, I don't think people should be doing that.
So, you know, I'm just not going to sit and dawdle back and forth over this and that. You know, I want it to stop. That's why I don't like even the clip. I try to play the whole thing, hoping people can see logic. If they can't, then, you know, obviously there's something wrong with their perception. And my perception can be off on things. I'm just trying to. I don't know. I don't know. I have a different desire.
I just want to fucking be honest. Be fucking honest.
Like I'll probably go days without even mentioning the Pittsburgh pig, but she'll go and go and go and go and push and push, knowing that people send me stuff until she pokes until I say something back, and then she says, "See, she's trying to knock me when I'm at the lowest of my life." Well, hell, when the lowest of your life is every day, there's never an opportunity. Hello.
Hello, Lynn, and hello, Turners.
Hey.
What's happening?
Turners just sound like they wake up
and you know, Val lied, and all this time, 2 years. She sat there with that story and sat and hid and never fucking admitted to it. And now we have the open admittance that she lied about it. And she still sat here and lied to a degree, because she did go around, and those people in the comments that have vouched for, justified, and said, because they saw it, where she did say my husband was inappropriate with her in an inbox and that he jacked off to her. And now she sat here and openly admitted that was a lie. That's all she had to do.
Well, so if people are doing what you want to see them doing, then you praise it. You don't keep.
And I did. I said all she had to do was tell the truth.
Well, so yeah.
Could have done that 2 years ago, but no, it was more fun to sit back and wait for the attacks to come on my family like they did.
Lynn, that's why I would like you to leave this scope up, okay? Because this is how they twist and fucking turn things. First of all, I never said he was in my inbox jerking off. I never said that. You show me where I said that, you fucking sick, twisted, evil. You are fucking crazy.
You and Matt both did it.
I swear on my fucking two children,
now.
I've never said
Okay,
that.
all right.
You're a sick fucking evil
You
fucking
did.
woman.
You did.
You know what? You show the fucking receipts and not no made up receipts. You're a
They're not
fucking
made up. I don't make anything up.
You're a
That's what you
sick woman.
You
I
made
said
it up.
inappropriate messages. I've never said anything more. You are a
and Matt were
fucking
in the
liar.
comments, jawing
You're
back
a
and forth
liar.
on your
You're a
Who
liar.
Mad page.
You're a liar. You're a
You
liar.
you never said horny Justin. Never said that.
Never said what?
Horny Justin. I've got the post. Who
Look,
Mad
how
page.
long ago was
Horny Justin. Horny
that she
Justin.
deleted.
I mean,
why is
horny
this coming
Justin.
up again? I don't understand.
Yeah. I mean, why can't we're just trying.
Everybody
we're trying to move
to be
forward.
accountable. Where's the accountability for everybody else?
Look at Lynn. Look at Lynn over there.
Yeah,
Can we
everyone's
all
accountable
just
for the
get
shit they've done,
along?
and
Why can't we all
you know,
just
whatever
get
the
along?
truth is, I don't know. It's just after a while, just put the fight down and stop bringing it up again.
Yeah, when there's accountability for everybody that's done to my family that they've done, then it will be put down. But there's going to be accountability.
Okay. Hey, Natasha, what do you want to happen? I've asked you that before because I'm trying. All you want to do is just back and forth, throw stuff in people's face. That's okay, but I can't help you with that. If you really want, what type of accountability do you want? Do you want some real accountability?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Lynn?
Oh, I called the police. I'm going to try. Believe me, I won't be saying anything. If the lawyer tells me Monday that there's nothing I can do,
if the lawyer,
then I won't be saying anything.
You ain't got no lawyer.
But I don't feel like I'm even going back 3 years on call.
Nobody.
He keeps saying stuff that's lies.
Lynn.
I haven't been replaying. Have I been replaying this current? Yes, I have. I mean, I want it to stop to the point that I'm not even, mentioning certain people anymore.
Listen,
but I called the police. That's what I'm doing. The one that I feel like somehow weirdly got my picture that makes me feel very uncomfortable. I'm checking on that. The rest of it, there's nothing I can do about. Now, as far as the fat turd, as soon as she serves me, I do have a countersuit ready for her. I'm not getting off the internet, and I'm not crying about anything she says. Not at all. I'll just continue to point out the lies. But I'm not gonna go and
that's what I've been doing, pointing out the lies. And today it came to light.
As long as you don't try to hurt people. I'm not trying to hurt anybody.
Oh, and I don't try to hurt people either. They put themselves in that position.
I'm not trying to cause a divorce.
They don't want to tell the truth.
To lose their home. I'm not trying to cause somebody to lose their marriage or their kids. I'm not trying to cause somebody to lose their job.
You ain't jumping
and I'm not either.
Shit.
But see, that was what they did to us, and that's my point.
Okay.
Listen, can I say
what
something?
Do you want?
Cop calling
Can I say
hoe?
something? I love the Turners. I love Daisy. And it hurts me when I see you two going at it, but I understand there's pain and scar tissue, and I can't fix that. But I guess I know the Turners and Daisy will stand up for what they believe is right, but so much has gone on that how do you get accountability and justice out of it all?
When people when they admit to it, and then people know that they've lied, like she did.
People won't ever admit.
Well, she just did.
Not going to admit that he lied.
She just did. She sat here and said it was a fake account. Then she lied and said it was from my account. And then in the past, all she told everybody was it was my account, pushing it like it was real.
Done that, are you able to let any of it go?
Oh, I can let that go now after I make my scope about it to tell everybody about it because it's what happened.
Okay. All right.
Well, it's just a feud, and feuds will never end without forgiveness and acknowledging and praising when you see positive things. In this book that I read a long time ago, Awaken the Giant Within from Anthony Robbins, I know how he comes off, but he did have some pearls in there. Talking about his daughter that was real busy And every time she would have time to call him, he would yell at her and punish her. And he was thinking, that's not the right reaction to give someone when they do something you want to see more of. You offer the praise and appreciation.
LYIN is stupid. She allowing the Turners to take over her fucking
not
broadcast.
Try to keep punishing him for
should
it.
go live on their own motherfucking broadcast.
I think there's a lot of truth in that. Problem. And, trying to find the good and the way back to harmony or just coexistence, if that's all it is, that's probably a better way to do it, is my opinion.
But do you see her excuse here? She's saying, because I never let her speak to me. That's bullshit. I believe a month ago, I asked her to reach out to me about the Matona chat if she wanted it, and everything's been open. She could have reached out to me any point in time, and she's just acting like, well, I just now verified. Oh, okay. So 2 years later, you verified. That's a lie.
Well,
that's a lie. Nobody believes that shit. That's a lie. Oh, all of a sudden today, the epiphany comes across where you just verified it.
Can you let her save a little face? If she did the gist of what you wanted.
Okay, yeah, y'all can all feel sorry for Val, and y'all can just forgive and excuse the behaviors of what she's done. And
I don't forgive and excuse anything. I'm just saying, I know you guys have been through a lot of pain. I feel sorry for you guys. Wait. Well, that didn't go well. I'm just trying to ease their pain as well, I don't like to see them suffer or hurt. I care for them.
I mean, I know that the things that they've been through, especially with their children, were extremely hurtful.
Of course, yes. Painful beyond anything I could imagine.
Right. But there's got to be a resolution.
Yeah, it's just no sense in making more pain for yourself and others.
Our refrigerator.
I mean what I'm saying to them with love and good intentions, but I don't want her to think I'm ganging up on her and them, because I mean, people have to be able to say,
I want to be white. I look like a tomboy, Angie.
I mean, that's the only way you get through the pain and get back to something.
Well, yeah, I mean, absolutely. No one needs to have to sit there and say, well, you're all wrong and I'm all right, so we can end this now. Hell no.
Yeah, that's nobody
not how to do it that way.
Not how.
I mean, the thing is, I don't know. There's just some people out there that aren't fucking fair, period.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've been hurt so bad that
I'm not talking about them. And at some point, you got to decide that, like Claude, I can't ever expect him to be human. And I can either let him torture, and run me off of this app, or I can just...
I just refuse to be ran off.
Care less.
Not
he is so insignificant and such a nothing. And, okay, I want to be 45 years old and never have held a job a day in my life. No, I don't. So I just started realizing, what the fuck?
You are not 55.
Care what these ignorant people say about me. I know exactly what my life is like. And it's a hell of a lot better than most people. That's what you know. And I'm very thankful and blessed for it.
Can I just make a statement? Because it's not about yelling. I just wanted to make a statement.
How was you live all day on Easter?
And I'm not going to yell.
You had no kids to come in.
I'm trying not to be loud. I think it's my headset. Do I sound like I'm coming through loud?
No, you seem
very calm. No, I mean, I don't want to sound like, I think it's my headset. I have the volume on.
I guess everybody likes a lonely life. I mean,
somebody's down here. I don't know who Remington is, but they're saying I started this shit. I didn't start this shit. The problem is this. The Turners started this shit 5 years ago, 4 years ago, whenever the shit started with Harvey. All right. Regardless of that, people want to say, they're going to say, you called my family, I called your family. No, my entire family was doxxed on my dead father's birthday. They went to his page. They contacted, wait. You know what? NJ and Justin want to cry the fucking victims, and they want to say that Judy did this and Judy did that. I just went over to 33's video the other day and told 33, stop wishing death on people. It's not right. I like 33. You guys don't. That's fine. I have no problem with that. The point is this. I'm still going to call somebody out when they're talking about people killing themselves or do this, do that, the other thing. My point is this with the Turners. They fucking sit there. Everybody glazed over the fact. I was grocery shopping before, so I was listening to this while I was shopping. They're coming out and saying, well, we said that because they went after our kids. You cannot accuse people of being part of a pedophile ring because you're mad. And then have police go to somebody's house. It doesn't matter who called the police. The police would have never been called if they didn't create the big lie of a pedophile ring. They lie. They've said before they lie when they get mad to hurt people. That is wrong. That is wrong. And when they went low and made fun of my gay son and let my daughter get raped and all this other shit, went to my dead father, and we're going to have parties. Val, dig up your dead brother. Oh, on December 18th, we're going to have a party for the ages. Did you hear us come out and go low? Did you hear us come out and talk about their dead relatives?
Hey,
No.
don't fight. Don't fight.
And then I hear that Jen goes out and makes a scope, which I never heard. If anybody else saw it, I would love to see it. Because through all of this, Jen comes out and makes a scope and says that she set me up. After the entire time, I'm out here saying, leave the girl fucking alone and let her get right with God and what she did.
You ain't learned something yet?
The firefighter right now is wishing that Boomer, Don, and I would get corona and die. That it cleanses scum like me.
You know what, Tamara? Shut up. I don't want to even hear about Tamara. You know what? I don't agree with the pedo thing. I'm not a fan of Don Stakes, but I came out and apologized for calling him a pedo without knowing it.
Go ahead and keep your kids home from school and keep their motherfucking
my fucking shit. I did it.
And behind the fucking American mark.
Really and truly, we could be doing so much.
We could, but the Turners have contacted their friends. They have gone so fucking low when it comes to my family. I have not gone after their children. I said one thing about their kid and apologized for it. They have gone lower and lower and lower. Call Judy's job. Call her daughter's job. Call her son's job. Sending screenshots to my 80-year-old mother's Facebook page, to my sister-in-law's Facebook page, to her new husband's children's Facebook pages. These are the things that they've done because they were mad.
And that's why after I spoke with, the police, I realized that a lot of this, other than, I am going to talk to the attorney.
I hate these
but we may just have to all
triangles.
I have sucked it up. I have not called one fucking cop.
Don't never accept they wrote it, they played in the shit.
You gonna
tell the whole
but do
story
you hear it from me? No, I've shut up. I stopped talking about it. I come into your scope to talk about COVID-19 and planting, and I got people coming in and riding my ass
on the other side because you do go out when other people
that's victim-minded mentality.
Right. I mean, the thing
but
is,
I just want to ask you this about Jen. NJ's running around crying, poor fucking Jen, right? Poor fucking Jen. But Jen makes a scope and says she set me up. Really? If I really wanted to be a bitch, I could report her to the FBI and have her fucking arrested for impersonating a federal officer. Now, why would I do that to a woman who's a grandmother?
I don't believe they would arrest her for that. I really don't.
Well, you haven't seen the chat, though, have you? A lot of other people have. And a lot of shit where she said that the Turner's boy is a witness for the FBI.
Keep this stuff going.
Right.
My thing is, quit having stuff to hold threats over people's heads.
Well, the point is, I'm not holding a threat. I told everybody to leave her alone on a public feed.
If I wanted to.
Right. What I'm saying is, if I wasn't stalking Jen, go fuck yourself, okay, Remington, whoever the fuck you are. My point is this. They came out and said somebody's going to have their hands wrapped around her. Judy's been fucking contacting her all weekend. Judy's been doing this. Judy's been doing that. And guess what? I went into a private scope with a handful of people, and I ran the whole chat. And in there, none of that took place. I contacted her Friday. I contacted her Saturday. And I left it alone Sunday, and then of course she gave him to NJ. One fucking thing. You know what? I'm not putting it out public because it was a private conversation between us. But I had to prove that NJ is running with the fucking law.
Just swipe them up.
And Tina, you can go fuck off, Ms. Remington, you lying cunt. Okay?
Tina's
yes, she is. But who is it?
That's firefighter.
No, it's not. That's not firefighter. Firefighter has different numbers at the end.
Are you certain? Because
I am. Yes, I'm certain. I just got a text message. It's not firefighter.
This is a fake firefighter. I don't know who it is. It just showed up. Yesterday was its first day. No, he's a different Remington.
No, see, this is what everybody thinks. Judy was mad because Jen was in your beam. No, Jen was in your beam talking shit about you. Okay, Lynn? Jen was in the beam talking shit about you. Jen needed to get close to Cray Cray. Jen needed to get close to NJ and Justin. She needed to infiltrate the other side. Ask Misty. Misty will tell you.
I blocked that.
Misty was in my private chat that I just played over the weekend. She saw the conversation. She can tell you what was in the conversation. And it wasn't all the bullshit.
I mean, the thing is, she was probably afraid of how y'all would react if she just was honest. Because
why did she have to be honest with NJ? Why couldn't she be honest with the person she's been friends with for 5 years? Huh?
Well, because scared of being attacked.
Why? Why would she be scared of being attacked? For 5 days, I was asking her questions. And instead of answering me, she went over to NJ. That's my thing. I still don't get it.
Look at what's happening to me.
Okay, but the point is this. I've had a 5-year friendship with this girl. Why did she go and become clean with the people she was totally setting them up?
Not a good look, girl.
Why didn't she come clean with me and just be like, Judy, you know what? I'm sorry. We've been friends for 5 years. I totally fucked up. You know, but we asked her. I kept asking her, Jen, is this true? And we had a falling out that nobody knew about 2 weeks prior. It was quiet. Nobody knew about it.
Everybody.
Right?
Y'all were coming after her because of
I wasn't coming after her. I was still talking to her in this feed.
Oh, look, all I called in to say was this.
Count me in, baby. Count me in.
Excuse me a bit of excuse and saying I'm perfect or whatever, but all this situation needs is a little grace. That's all I needed to say.
Well, I tried to keep it private. NJ brought it public on the Friday saying that I was fucking riding her ass and threatening her. Nobody threatened her. You know what we told her? I said on the phone with her, Jen, don't make me put the chats out. You know I don't want to do that. Why can't you just tell me why? And then she ran over to NJ crying and tells NJ that she told me to stop. She told me to stop when it got too hot because NJ threatened to call my fucking kid's job, to call my job, to call my daughter's job. When all that shit was going on with Cropper not being on his lithium way back when and he was going to drive around the country, guess what she told me? Don't worry, your family's safe and everybody involved in this is safe. I'll have extra patrols watching your daughter. I left the fucking state to go take care of my mother. Left my daughter home alone. Fucking petrified. But because she told me she was an FBI agent, she had extra people watching my house. Who fucking does that fucking sick motherfucking shit? Well, how would you feel, Amy Lynn, if you knew you had to go take care of somebody and somebody like that was out there running around and you truly believed that, say, Anitra, who was your friend for 5 years, told you she was this person and that they had this stuff covered and you kept her secret? And she said, don't worry, I'll make sure your kid's taken care of. What if God fucking did? Some crazy motherfucker from the internet came to my house and hurt my kid.
Well, I mean, you do realize that Claude is actively putting
a mountain out of a molehill.
And that's fucking wrong. Have you ever, and I don't agree with that.
I do not have any neighbors. I live in the middle of a
Baby put too much on the
It doesn't matter if you, and I get that. And I don't agree with addresses but being put out. But I'm saying.
Well, now he's showing pictures that I don't even know where he's getting them. And when I have to call the police and say, look, there's this man that for 2.5 years has put out all.
Damn, see, there they go talking about calling
and now
the
he's
police.
showing pictures and I don't know
Hold on 1 second. Goss, you have no idea of the conversations that were had 4 days prior. We were speaking to Jen privately. And when we knew that she went to fucking NJ because NJ ran a little fucking video saying, oh, you know, stuff might be coming out. It's because we told Jen, you need to tell us why. You need to come clean and say that you're fake FBI. And that's when Tracy came out and said, well, the fake FBI agent. She never said her fucking name.
Well, but the thing is, sometimes,
well, I mean, Jen should have came clean. We were trying to fucking talk to her, and she never fucking did. And that's my point. NJ brought it to the fucking public. They want to sit there and play that we put it out public. I was trying to talk to Jen for 4 or 5 days prior to this coming public. 2 weeks prior to that, we had a falling out, and we worked it out. If you guys can remember back, I was doing scopes because I know they fucking all stalk my page where I was saying I've lost friends over this. 2 weeks prior to that, I was doing scopes about that because I got in an argument with Jen about me questioning her being an FBI agent.
Yeah.
And she was insulted. I have all this stuff. It's in the fucking chat. All my text messages with her and the chat has been done privately.
Well,
People
and I
have
can
seen it.
understand that that's frustrating, especially, I mean,
Yeah.
we've got, but there's, I mean, you do realize there's people out there claiming to have turned me over to FBI and stuff to be
Okay, right.
investigated.
But this is the point. I didn't turn her over to the FBI. I didn't, and all that shit that NJ said, that I was plotting and planning to get her kids taken away. No, none of that fucking happened. None of it fucking happened.
How did the FBI get involved?
I don't know if the FBI are involved. Jen came to me and told me she was an FBI agent.
Okay. But but there were some charges, right? You had some type of charges.
I didn't have any charges. She came to me and told me they had a case against the fucking Turners. And it just happened.
No, there was another guy. There was another guy, right?
No.
The veteran, Hank.
What?
Who's the guy that was involved? There was a case, and Laura. There was
Hammer?
Keith, yeah.
Oh, NJ brought the FBI in on that.
Oh, okay.
That's a whole different thing, and that's done and over with.
And that's why, see,
She just fucking brought that shit up again, saying I begged to be on that case, and no, I didn't. And I came out and proved to you guys, you saw that
right.
There was.
I was just hoping there would be a way that we could just like
LYIN, how is any of this your motherfucking business? Who made you?
That's why I told everybody to leave Jen alone. Leave it fucking alone. Nobody got hurt. But NJ's got to run with this fucking lie that I am attacking her. And that's the problem with the Turners. Shut the fuck up. Why did they have to come public? They could have just came and let it be. I was trying to work with Jen, but no, they always got to run fucking shit to the public and try to take my ass down. Their fucking hatred for me supersedes any fucking sense of decency.
And these motherfuckers is dumb for believing she could do that.
Is there? I mean,
as far as I'm concerned, the Turners can take a flying fuck. There will never be a fucking truce with them. Because when the truce was made with Cropper, they came out and made the statement, we'll make truces with everybody else except Judy and Tracy. And then when we continued to tell them they were fucktards, guess what they said? Oh, they just never want this shit to end. Well, you made a truce with everybody but us, so you know what? Go fuck yourself then. If you're going to make a truce with everybody but two people, then don't cry when the two people tell you to go suck their ass.
So who made the truce with their... So
the Turners made a truce with Cropper and everybody else because they needed to do what was best for their family because they couldn't take the fighting no more. But all it was is that they knew that Cropper and Materna had issues and they wanted to help Cropper get Materna because Materna left the Turners camp.
Down over there in a minute.
Remington, go fuck yourself, Tina, you lying little bitch. Why don't you go back to your little pedo room, Tina? We all saw it. So that's the thing with the fucking Turners. They wanted to get Materna so fucking bad, they sold their soul to the fucking devil. Sold their soul to the devil because they thought that they could get Cropper to take Materna down because they couldn't fucking do it. And when that fell apart, go ahead.
LYIN, let me say this.
Yeah.
And I do. I mean, I'm here, honestly, to talk to you, and I'm glad Judy's here.
Mm-hmm.
When I said the Turners would be your downfall, I meant it.
Yep.
There are things that have happened, and what happened, and I'm just going to see if you can, nicely, I'm going to try to explain this. When you brought, and leave Don Stakes out of it, but when you brought the Turners on your beam day after day after day, they were lying to you. They were lying to you. Came out and said, "Oh, well, that's interesting. Karen and Shauna are in the picture. CPS shows up at my house." You got that idea because of what the Turners were telling you, which was all
no,
lies.
No, that's not true. That is not true.
I didn't even know who you were.
But I didn't say that you called. I simply thought it was interesting. Now, once I was able to think it through a little more, I did remember that the connection came before Shauna met Rob, actually when 33 met Gina. But, regardless, it's just an exchange of ideas. I never mentioned anything.
Well, do you understand?
That's when you
But the Turners peddled their lies to you.
Exchange ideas, they were lying.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're come over there and telling you lies.
Somebody on this side is definitely calling authorities.
Well, it ain't me. I don't call cops. I called cops on Hammer. That was it.
Look, I'm gonna flat out tell you, when I see a picture of me that I don't recognize and I know it didn't come off of any social media, I'm going to call the cops.
Okay, let me
Because
ask
that
you
tells
this,
me
Lynn. Why do
somebody
you
is
think I
going.
have something to do with that picture? Okay, and see, now Tina's up here. We're not
Yeah,
talking
because
about
I'm
Tina.
not
I'm trying
Remington,
to
you
talk
fat ass.
to you.
I'm not
Because what?
Remington. You fat
Damn.
Okay.
And now
Remington.
the circus
Okay, you're
began.
not Remington.
Okay, good. Bye, Tina. Nobody
Okay,
cares about you.
but this
No,
is
that's not
nothing.
true. It's just I don't want to argue.
Well, that's what I mean. No,
about
this is not about Tina right now. So anyway, go ahead.
And
it always.
this is the thing. There's so much that happened, Lynn, with the Turners before you ever even knew who they were. And when you started saying, I'm just getting information, I'm just listening, you were only listening to them. That's it.
Oh no, that's not true. I was more than happy to listen to anybody, but anytime I went into another scope or the other side, I was cursed. I was called, drug addict. I was called this. I was called that. The only one I felt comfortable in was Daisy's scope.
I mean,
That's
I
what y'all
came
do
to
to
you
me.
about your racial slurs
You can't take the
and asked
heat.
you about it. Do you
That's
remember
what
that?
y'all do to me over there, man.
I really don't want to discuss any of that because you made some pretty serious
Poor
threats with that.
girl.
I'd rather not discuss that.
Poor
Okay,
long
well,
chin Lynn. I'm so sorry.
and Judy watched it. I mean, everybody watched it, and we have been involved. The Turners have done things to people that is unimaginable. Nobody has done. I have never done anything to their family ever. Neither has Judy.
Nope.
Well, then maybe Claude and Vicious and the Turners can walk off into the sunset. Because I mean, all I know is I'm presently being attacked and threatened. Presently. And I don't understand. I'm having to handle it the only way I know how. And
Look,
Claude won't even explain
look.
where he gets a
You
strange
can't.
picture.
Do you understand that you can't get on social media and talk about people for 14 hours a day, expect them not to have some type of reaction?
That is what
You
Lynn
don't see,
do.
just like I don't
14
understand the
hours a
Turners
day.
with you. You don't understand
I was
Claude. This
go to
goes
talk
back
about
a
motherfuckers.
long time ago.
I
Claude
go
first did
shopping.
it to
I'm not saying, but see, you throw
I be
me in
going
that
out
when I don't
with my
agree with
with
everything
on
33
See,
dates.
look at
I
everybody's
just
all big
I be
mad
going
because I told Tina she's got a pedal room.
fucking
Now with
mad.
Tina, you
Woke
always
up,
sit there and
went
play
to
chat. The
sleep,
chats
woke
don't
up.
fucking lie, right,
Bitches
Tina?
still
I
lie.
saw the chats that you were in. I saw the fucking rooms you created, Tina. And now we got Bugs, who doesn't know me from a hole in the wall, opening his fucking mouth. Hey, Bugs, shut the fuck up, why don't you? But this is it.
What
You
I'm
come in here and
trying
try
to
to talk
say,
about shit, and
Lynn,
you
look.
think
I
is
can
when
be on if I want to be on here 15, 20. If
you
I
like
want to
bigger
stay
than.
up all night, I can do that. I can
I'm not
stay on
saying
here.
you
It wasn't
can't.
Tina,
What
always.
that's
I'm
not my
saying
You
bag.
is,
can
I
do
just went
that,
into
you
a scope and
lazy
saw it,
bitch.
Tina.
You don't
People
come
are dealing with
around
the
house.
FBI as far
You
as I
don't
know.
come
I don't
home.
know.
what
Why don't you
I'm
go
I'm
your
talk to those
saying,
people
friend.
that you got
Lynn,
an
You
issue
is
with?
nosy, lazy
you
bitch.
can't
You sure
expect
can.
when people are in
You
your
just showed us what you
comments
are.
passing personal information back and forth, and I showed it.
Fuck
That
yeah, you can do
information
what the
came from
fuck you
NJ
want,
Turner
Lynn. But be proud at what
to
you
Ahmed.
doing when you
Gretel,
doing
go
it.
fuck yourself, okay? You gotta always stick your fat fucking drunk motherfucking ass in everybody's shit.
Believe it
Pick
or
a
not,
side.
we don't do stuff like that. You've never seen it in anybody else's scope. You've never seen it in Judy's. You've never seen it in Shauna's. Nobody
She is a
passes.
little
I've
chub
seen
chub
it
because
in
she
Vicious
thought
and
she was sick
33 a
as a
lot.
snicker. No, bitch.
Okay,
I've
but
seen
you
Yeah.
don't see. You don't
And
see
I
Yeah.
saw you went to Facebook, found my sister and
You told
brother-in-law.
me to. Do you not remember that? You said you can go to Facebook and see whatever you want. Do you not remember that?
Okay, so you just did it to prove you could?
That's what you
What
said.
chats are
No,
you talking about,
No, what I
Remington?
was trying to
it's a
prove to
little
you is you
strange.
shouldn't. But you seem to
Except
play
for
both
it's a
sides of the
little
fence and think
strange.
it's okay when it's
Except
convenient for
for
you.
Tina
it's a
is
little. Are
retarded.
you
That
going to
girl
let me
don't make
talk?
sense. Never.
Except it's a little strange when you yourself say anytime that CPS is mentioned with your name, it puts you and your
It
children at risk.
absolutely does.
And you
It
put
Okay, so
absolutely
my
does.
Remington is a new
brother
Tina. Whoopty fucking doo dah.
and
Okay, who
you
fucking
It
cares? It doesn't
absolutely
don't
does.
and you
It
change the fact that
absolutely
you
and
got a
does.
pedal
And
room.
I'm here. I asked you to stop. I asked you to
are
stop
you going
and
to
know
Oh,
listen
that.
to me, or
Gretel.
are you
Okay, I'll
just
bake a
going to
cake
bolt?
when you go
No,
drink your
because
next case of beer,
you
you dumb
can't
bitch.
understand the connection.
Okay, so my brother-in-law is the director of CPS in this area. You just your
Oh
name
God! Here
mentioned,
goes
you
another
say puts you
motherfucking
at
family
risk.
member.
Yet you're saying that there's
Oh,
absolutely
bitch,
nothing
shut
wrong
up.
with you doing that to my brother-in-law. Yeah, I did say you can go do whatever you want, but then you have a consequence.
She is hilarious.
No, you're both able to come back. It's just I'm
daddy's
not going to take
brother
over you.
is
I mean,
a
it's
lieutenant
unfair. I mean, shit, it happens in everybody's scope. I do my own scope so I can get my
of
word out.
such and such.
I'm not an unreasonable person, but I'm not going to be bullied.
Okay, listen. Your brother-in-law, did I say he was stealing children? Did that
I didn't say that either.
Yes, you did. You and A.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. And I
No, I
have
did
it.
not.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. You
Yes,
said
you did.
that
and
was
the
in
harvest of organs.
Whoa.
Yes, you did. Now that would be
Listen
extremely
carefully.
dangerous to your brother-in-law. As
But
somebody
what you did, what did you say about me and my profession and me killing two people?
Oh, wait a
in your
minute,
opinion, because I put
the
in my
black girl.
opinion after what I said
your
too.
shit
See,
first,
I
No, you
have
didn't.
checked with an
No,
attorney. Oh,
no,
yes,
you
ma'am.
didn't.
I most certainly did. And see, I've checked with an attorney too. You're not the say all do all. Yes, if you say it, I can say my opinion
Neither are
back.
you, bitch.
Yes,
your
I did.
fake attorney.
Then go get it. Show it. Because I know I did, in my opinion. In fact, for a while, I started putting it in my bio. Everything I say is my opinion. But like I said, sue me, Materna. Shit. Sue me. My
Bitch,
counter
you
is ready and waiting.
following through with your lawsuits first.
Stop being fake.
Your fake ass lawsuits.
Does your business need money? Whether you need 15,000
You
or
just want to
15
come in
million,
and try to
you can
trap
count on
people.
Newtek. And with
Unreal.
rates below
Exactly.
6%,
Ain't got nothing to do with no CPS. That bitch ain't got the hookup.
Anything I said derogatory to you, listen carefully. Anything I said derogatory to you was in direct response to your slander
state
of
is
me.
trash, ho. Don't nobody want
Because
to come and
I
visit that
said
motherfucker.
in my opinion each time. A lot of times I didn't even say your name. So anyway, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
Okay.
Because guess what? What did you say? Oh, I didn't. I didn't put
to the script
in danger.
Look,
you did.
It's up to you.
Multiple times. Everybody sees what you do. See, you can't even come in and try to be a normal human being. You still come in thinking you're going to bully your way out of this.
Come into the Zoom, Judy.
Absolutely insane. I'm sure you came in here I'm sure the reason you came in here was some reason.
Rebo, you better shut the fuck up.
Set something up.
Fuck
You're
off,
real,
man.
you brag a lot about that. Setting up chats and setting up.
He's coming in here doing something.
The bullying is unreal, isn't it?
Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay. That
wow.
Am I speaking?
No, you're fine. Hold on just a minute. I swear. Unreal.
I've explained myself. I've seen
You're
it.
just really a fucking bitch, aren't you? You're just really a bitch. Fuck you too, Judy. I mean, that's just insane. There's absolutely no reason for you to go and say fuck me. Fuck you too.
You want to put the number in the
do it all
comment?
the damn time.
So
I'm sick of the bullshit. Good
that
grief.
last over 15 or 20 people in it weeks ago. And I noticed some of my friends from Facebook and Periscope were in it. And I took screenshots that day after I left two comments.
Hold on just a minute, Millie.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, firefighter, you can sit there and you can argue with Shauna all you want, but I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the screenshot. And the screen name right here, hold on, let me find it. I'm going back to where you said
What's the
die.
number?
Oh God.
This is just absolutely ridiculous. Let me find it. Go ahead and talk. I'll interrupt you when I find it.
I'm only going to be real quick because I've explained this a few times on my own platform and when I've been up in the beam on Tina's. The thing is, I took screenshots because Mandy was accusing Tina of creating it. So I took screenshots as Mandy was accusing that morning a couple of weeks ago. And it did not say that Tina created that chat. It had another name or two that created it, one or two names. Anyway, I bounced out after leaving 2 quick messages, and I still have the screenshots, and I noticed some of my women friends were in it, and I tried to get 1 or 2 of them out of it, and I lost track, and so a few days ago, they had sent me another.
Hold on just a minute. Let me say this real quick. I found the text and the comment, and it is Remington 5769.
You got to download the Zoom
Vicious
app.
can scroll up if she wants to, but Firefighter's comment was a comment back to Roberto backup. I believe it, man. Hope it cleanses scum like LYN, Boomer, and Stakes. So yes, that is wishing that the coronavirus causes us to die.
Oh God.
And that the world is cleansed of scum like me.
Oh,
Kind of like when Materna wished or said that I should have died and my instead of my husband. Same type deal.
So a week or 2 went by, maybe 3, and I was curious, and those people that were still left in that chat group, because there was some, but a lot of people bounced out of it. I took some more screenshots. I clicked accept, took some screenshots, went in and seen that 1 or 2 of my lady friends were still not in it, but they hadn't responded. So at the top of the bubble, it showed that they were in it, but not in it. So I had bounced out after taking some screenshots, and that chat to me looks like it's done. A lot of people left. To me, it looks that way. And so I let one of my lady friends know that she had been invited to it. She had no clue. She hadn't accepted or declined. So I had to send her a screenshot of what that chat group is called. See, Mandy's accusing us when we didn't even, some of us hadn't even accepted it. We were invited.
Yeah.
Oh my God, are we froze?
No, we're not froze.
Okay. I was like, fuck, we're froze.
When I talk, it causes feedback. So I was just letting you know.
I wanted to explain, if anybody thinks that I am a pedo or involved with fucking around with pedos in a nasty way, and you believe that Kiwi foreign bitch and the lawyer over me, you people are mental and bent.
So the lawyer has said that you are involved with pedo?
Girls,
Mandy did a scope the other night, and I watched about an hour of it before she deleted or hid it. But I sent the link around. And she with her voice and her words, she implies with her tone of voice that I'm a dirty person. And then she says she's in it as well, but she hasn't accepted, and her tone is different. So her voice and her tone and her words are implying I'm a pervert. And I'm directly involved with perverts. I know why I went into chat groups with these weird people a few times over the winter. It was usually to defend Cynthia. And then when Cynthia lied and betrayed me and I found out, I went in and told them in the one chat, do what you want. I don't know you people. Have fun in this chat. I don't care. I'm outie. I did not involve myself with these people directly for an extended period of time, like she's trying to fucking imply. And I know why I went into chat groups, for what reasons, at each time. Point blank, period. My intent was to have Cynthia's back 2 or 3 times in the one chat group and get them to leave her alone. And then when I realized she was actually playing me, I said, fuck it. And I went into the last chat group and told them, I don't care what you people do. Have fun in your chat group. I'm outie. And then a few weeks go by and I did what I did. And I found a few of my older Facebook friends that are women. They had no clue they were invited. So I let one of them know. She didn't know the name of the chat group, but it showed her face as being added into the group at the top of the bubble. I had my sister's 6. So the Kiwi can fuck a kangaroo, a goat, and any other critter she wants. She is not going to imply that I am a pedo or involved with messing around with pedos in a nasty fucking way.
What's up, bitch?
And if you people believe her,
I had to remember
you
my
are
password
sick.
and everything. I was like, what the fuck?
And that is how I see it. She is the one that's sick for implying I am that way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think.
You people don't know her the way I do. I knew her on Facebook over 2 years. She enjoys the game. She says, go hard, go hard. She's been saying that for years. She enjoys the game with Americans. I have heard her in
Scott and Babe Ree are in the Zoom. You are welcome to join. If you don't know how, just ask.
Two of my dogs were sleeping at my feet, I think, and she had me put my thing on mute or whatever, and I heard her in Pal Talk. You think she's being bad on Periscope? No, in Pal Talk, she's probably just as bad, if not worse.
I gotta go grocery.
She thinks she
good.
can control Americans that are grown as adults. Pay attention to her voice, her tone,
just sore.
Everything.
That's all. But I'm tired of sitting in the house.
And Ghost, she's mental. People on Facebook have walked away from her.
Yeah, it was actually really simple.
After the other
she fucked with me nonstop while I was in the hospital.
And I was one of the last people there because I cared about her a little bit. But I did walk away from her.
No, she told nurses to tell me how to get proctologist
and she's trying to say that I walked away from her and left her in the dust or some bullshit with her words.
And
no.
I told them to come near me and I'm fucking going out the hospital.
A year and a half ago to stop watching her and commenting because of me and Tina being in the drama and the shit that we were all going through because of what happened. So I walked away from her publicly, and then this past year in the summer, at some point that's...
So tell us what you think so far about what's been going on.
What I love is
that Mandy told her to block me. And Charlene said, whatever you choose, sis, I've got your 6. Charlene is 50-something years old.
So
this is comical. Yes, the LYN perpetuating all this whilst saying that everybody else is perpetuating this shit, like, is just deafening to me, because I'm like, man, this is exactly what she does to us, and now everybody else will get to see it too. So the number is in the lower left-hand corner.
Don't bull fucking shit. Most people do, and they
like
won't.
I don't feel bad.
I don't
feel good. I don't feel bad. I just, what comes around goes around.
People can't admit the simplest fucking thing and be honest. No matter what side of an argument you're on.
If I sound muffled, it's because I have a mask over my face right now.
Yeah. And I mean, I gotta admit, there were times that
I have to right now.
Participated in that, but
out here, our mayor said, as of midnight last night, you can't enter no building, no store, no nothing without a mask on.
When it affects real life, that's a problem.
Yeah,
it's nuts. It's Purell and face mask nonstop. I refuse to wear gloves because they just attract it.
Fight something that serious, and
right.
If you know they're gonna win, why even start the trouble? Just for the hell of it?
And Cynthia Roach, I met her on Facebook in the Patriot Movement approximately 3 years ago. And she was getting into it with some chick named Sheila. And I didn't like that Sheila was fucking around with Cynthia's daughter. At that time, I believe was 17. So I got involved at some point, somehow, I can't remember when or where exactly. But I started defending Cynthia and her daughter because they were not just doing it on Facebook with videos, but they brought it over to Periscope when they found Periscope. And I tried for so many months. And that's how I found out because somebody told me how to post on Periscope. So I started doing that. And I was there for Cynthia and her daughter, and I told her, don't let her daughter watch. And the doctors even told her back then
I've been
not to let her
scoping
daughter
all
watch.
morning
The
on that
therapist
fucking
told her.
maniac.
Are you talking about that Bree girl?
No, Cynthia Roach.
Oh,
I love how it's just come full circle on it.
That's the mentally ill one or the other? I mean,
you guys hear me?
The disabled one.
Yeah, I got
the
you.
glasses.
Yes, that's
And
her.
they took me out live. I lost a good account. The rescope went with it too, man.
She
I'm
has
pissed.
a adult daughter
Called on the
who
phone
has
just a little bit
disorders.
ago. Yeah,
Multiple
All that
disorders.
good trolling. Yeah, they took me out on
And,
Truth Trader Scope.
It's just Cynthia does this. She gets involved in
I
Facebook
guess
drama.
the story I
Doesn't
was
know what the
telling they
fuck's
didn't
going
like.
on.
They took me out
And then
quick.
the next thing you know,
In the middle of
she
the beam.
messages people that she thinks are enemies or some shit, and she has somebody's back, and then she
I
goes
told
whiny
you there's a
cry
big
when they
story.
retaliate and, verbally in Messenger or
Can't
whatever.
talk about it now.
Blah, 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 blah.
They're not liking it, right, Scott?
Nope.
I told you I know more than you could imagine. I said, and that Scott, I told Scott, and now Truth Trader knows a little bit of what I know, and I know it all. And that's why Debbie from Pennsylvania, that's not an attorney, turned on me. She's triggered.
She was never an attorney, though. That's the thing.
I know all of it.
We did our homework back in 2016.
God, they should behave themselves. See, I told you. Don't doubt the Jew. Because I'm sneaky.
You right about that.
Yo, Lynn's triggered as fuck. You have no idea how much I'm enjoying this. Yo, she lost her shit, man. She lost her shit.
Well, come back up
man.
Come back up when I'm done because it involves you too.
Nah,
okay, I'll listen.
Oh, Beto, did you bring me anything to drink?
No, okay, now, Lynn, you work in the medical
bring
field.
me a fucking drink.
Okay.
Don't make me a fucking sandwich. Make yourself useful.
I have to.
Hold on real quick. I'm going to go get a drink.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I need about quarter of an inch of fat on it. So.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I can trim it at home. That's not a problem.
What's up?
I can trim it at home. That's not a problem.
What?
Yeah.
Are you talking to us? What are you trimming, Scott?
Yeah, it's fine. So I'm not.
Hey, I just had a few bricks fall from my building.
Oh, you at the butcher?
When the wind blew.
Mm-hmm. Is it kosher?
Apart.
Yes, it is.
Spectre was here today, though. Hello.
I can't even eat anymore.
Hi, Timmy. You're a gynecologist?
Oh, fucking Gretel, man. Don't tell me she's
yeah,
coming
I know.
here.
When the brick, I was sitting outside when the brick fell, and I actually
beautiful. Thanks, boss.
Appreciate it.
Hold on, I got to put the earphones on.
It was terrible, very frightening. Oh my God, my head hurts already today from this stuff. You know what, you guys? I have gone through 3 phone batteries. 3 phone batteries today.
Has Lynn even taken a fucking piss break yet? Shit.
But I miss out during the week. And I missed half the day because I had my granddaughter.
She actually took a break? How do people seriously scope for this long during the day?
All right.
I'm going.
Hey, can you guys hear me better now? Is this better?
Yes, sir.
Is this better, Vicious? Can you hear me better?
I heard you fine the last time.
No, is this a better? Can you guys hear me a little bit better?
Look here, we don't need to hear you no clearer.
Well, I am not.
Oh, shut up, you.
Like
man, Rocky, you're wearing too much fucking clothes over there, baby.
Sorry, I couldn't decide if
what's wrong with you?
the salt. Just the lime.
No, you sound
I'll be trying to listen. We're trying to behave yourself now.
No.
Okay, so where were we?
Okay, so you.
Hey, by the way, do you know that the fake Jew Schwarzer doesn't know that
Mandy,
I got her
Mandy
picture.
is the
She's a
woman from New Zealand who
Wait,
was saying that Tina was, involved in all of these pedo rings and that. Right. Okay. And the reason why I quit following Mandy, and I'm going to tell you this.
Crying. She's like, I didn't give out my pictures because I wouldn't want them to
I only
use
knew
it.
her about a week.
I was like, I guess she doesn't know I have everybody.
I had gotten interested in her because she said she had multiple aneurysms in her brain. And it had me, concerned, because
she's so annoying.
New follow. Well, she was getting
now that's an
surgery
inspiration for
it.
fucking birth control, Gretel.
Well, she went in and had surgery done, multiple aneurysms removed from her
when I
brain.
hear her talk, my penis goes into a shell.
Said she was recovering well. The very same day, she was doing exactly what she does right now.
I don't even need cold water. I just need to hear Gretel.
And fighting
Hey,
with
her
people.
voice
And
sounds like that picture.
I'm sorry,
you
Lynn,
showed
but
us.
I've had family members that have had aneurysms, even one aneurysm removed. They cannot come home and get their blood pressure up and get on Facebook or Periscope and start screaming and yelling the day they have their surgery. Now, yet she said
she got wrecked by me. She got wrecked in Matt's scope by me the other night. It was hysterical.
Removed. How do you do that in the morning and be on Facebook Live or Periscope within just 6-7 hours?
Well, and see, I think that's where a lot of this reverse outrage has come into play.
All right.
Because what these people have learned to do, these perpetual victims, they throw out their lies that are so outrageous that they know if anybody second guesses them, they will be ridiculed.
Fucking Gretel's fucking voice is in my ear.
Would occur. And I mean, in a way, rightly so. But my thinking is, first off, if you're truly a victim
of the things you put in a bathtub,
crimes.
Okay,
wouldn't you rather take the time to thoroughly show that yes, you have been through that, so that someone,
this is better. I had to put both of my earpieces in to hear better.
Give other people the okay to
fucking Gretel, man. I swear, man. She got more fucking bass in her voice than I do.
I mean, I don't know about you, but it's hard. I
have to check my testosterone levels after listening to her.
Other people lie about it.
I might be like Brandon, low T.
Manipulative tools.
Yeah, well, I don't know if there was any kind of a GoFundMe or anything like that for her, but she lost all credibility.
Nothing's forever, you know that.
As far as I was
not with these people.
And that's when.
Well, I don't know about. Yeah, I mean,
that's when I unfriended her. I actually made more ground with Tecmo that comes out of her mouth because that is a horrible thing to lie about to somebody. I mean, you have people so concerned, and then it turns out that now we're all wondering: is it even true? Did this happen? Did she go through this? It's terrible.
I mean, the only thing I can say is it is a different country. So, maybe
somebody just called and ruined my fucking screen record.
Different. I mean, that was why I
don't you love that?
Was concerned about her stress level, and
it wasn't me, by the way.
Tina upsetting her with those particular aneurysms, but then, I mean, I guess I think she explained to me her health is okay now. Right?
Well, I don't know because it changes all the time. Excuse me. But no, I would now if Mandy was a very quiet person, not trying to instigate, spread lies, say things that aren't true,
my fucking recording, and it's stuck now.
Calling the police on people, I would be saying, "Hey, everyone, leave this woman alone. She's fragile." But you know what? You cannot be fragile and be doing the things that you're doing. As angry as that woman gets and as much drama as she puts herself into, and she's up 24/7. I mean, I don't even know how she's still alive with aneurysms. I don't. But that's my opinion, and my opinion is my opinion. That's it. But I don't, because of what she has done in the past, her credibility is gone, and what she said about Tina and Melly. Number one, I wouldn't believe it anyhow, but
right. I mean, I do.
It's just she's a liar. She just lies.
If she's basing that solely on the fact that Tina has an account that she follows that's got pedo things, I mean, that's very easy to do.
Well, I've heard about this pizza crap since probably the first week that I got on Periscope. Unfortunately, I wish I'd never heard about it, but you know, unfortunately, the week that I started on Periscope, I think there was a whole bunch of child pornography going on. It was like being put up, and people were warning other people, hey, you know, if you see these accounts, don't even click on them, just report them. And that's how I heard about it. But you know, I haven't heard about it since. And for them to sit there and put that on Tina when I know that's been around since the first week I was on Periscope.
Mm-hmm.
It's just ridiculous. You know, it might be new to them, but a lot of us already heard about it years ago.
Oh, surely they're not saying that Tina came up with that idea.
I don't know. I just heard them. I didn't even want to listen to Mandy Scope.
You think I talk a lot? This fucking, I'm so glad that she's chewing with
and she was trying to say
great.
Tina.
Can I bring the receipt back?
And right there and then I just dropped out. So I'm not going to say anything as far as that goes. But I know Tina's not involved in it.
No. I'm just going to bring the receipt.
I have followed things without checking. I mean, I guess I can go back and recheck all, but I do know it's easy sometimes to follow an account and not go and check the followers, you know?
Exactly.
Down a smidge. Can you guys hear me?
I'm going to let Melly talk.
Change the title.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Did not wait to get that fucking mask off my face. And then as I try to remember where the hell I parked.
How do you know how do you know she hasn't reported it? I mean, I wouldn't follow it either. But how do you know that she? I mean, I'm gonna have to go. Oh, there's no sound for you. Can you call and come back? There's no sound for you.
I'm sitting here all quiet, giving Bailey the floor.
They're saying that
I'm showing respect. So,
can y'all hear Millie?
Because I don't want to get in an argument with Bailey. I still care about her.
Can y'all hear? Y'all can hear Bailey. Can you hear? I mean, y'all can hear Millie. Can you hear Bailey? Not Bailey. Call and come back.
Maybe she needs to turn her speaker down a smidge too, like I got to do mine. See, I turned I don't turn the media volume down. I turn the call volume down.
I think hers was the connection.
Okay. Here's the thing about the Kiwi. She has been involved in the Patriot movement for many, many years. I met a few of the men that were involved at the Bundy thing that went down a few years ago through Mandy. Some of them she had known for a few years or a year or two prior to meeting me. One or two of them she met while I was friends with her. They didn't know who she was. They'd only talked to her a few times, but yet she loved to name drop on her Facebook videos. Always name dropping. And she tried to control those men at the standoff. She used to have money and minutes on her phone, whether it was her house phone or cell phone, I don't remember. But she wasted money calling them to tell them how.
Well, just think about it. All it took was for fucking Claude to actually share a photo.
I'm not familiar with any of that. I didn't know Mandy back when all of that stuff was going on. So I'm not going to put my opinion out on that.
Every three, you're
everyone.
But I just recently,
I am the agent of chaos. I've been telling you.
I like Mandy. You know, I don't see anything wrong with her.
Too, but you don't understand, Bailey.
Listen, it was more than that. I've laid seeds for fucking long time. Long ching-ling.
Her when she was wrong, and she hated it, and she tried to play the middle of the road.
I own her.
Then,
listen, I told Vicious I would do this. Okay, I told her this before it happened that I would make her stoked like this.
Well, don't you
but
see it?
Nobody knows, but Vicious knows, right? You know the truth.
You know what makes me laugh though is all this shit with all the fucking shit starting and everybody going after each other.
I
And they're
finally
like,
seen
oh,
how many
Vicious
people
does it,
have walked
33
away
does
from
it,
her
this guy does it,
because
that guy
yes,
does it.
I have
But
friends
they
in
also
common with
invite it
her
into their own
that
streams.
told
Listen,
me
you're
to
right.
stop defending her
Listen,
publicly
You know,
you know what?
last year.
It took me. Yeah, listen. Sometimes I
Not
can't
for
even figure
me,
out
it's
what's
not
real.
her,
That's why,
it's other
like
people on
sometimes it just
Facebook
seems so
that came
weird
to
that
me
people would do
privately and
certain
we'd have
things,
late
man.
night
That I'm like,
conversations
no way,
and
they
they
have to
told
be
me
fake.
to
It
walk
has,
away
it
from
can't
her
be. So I just keep going harder.
Well, I'm
because
not
they
going to
knew
walk
I
away
was
Like I
from
can't
somebody
believe
unless
Lynn's
I have
lying the
a
way she
certain
is.
walk away from
I think the
someone.
more
But
she lies, like
Lynn,
my nose, if I
that's
lie,
not
it
a
grows.
bad
Lynn's
that's
chin
not a
grows
bad
the more
picture
she
of you.
lies.
That's a good picture of you. Girl, don't worry about that
Well,
crap.
it's mainly I'm scared of how they got it.
I know, but you know what? People have gotten pictures of me and they've been everywhere. And
But what are they on your Facebook? I mean, are they
I've
able
had
to
them.
get?
I've had to lock down my Instagram
Lynn
because
need
people
to
were
pay
stealing shit off of
attention
my
if she
Instagram.
running her mouth about
Yeah, I don't post
everybody else.
see I don't put
She gonna
pictures of
run her
myself on
mouth about
Instagram.
Lynn
I
too
just
at
post
some
about
point.
famous
Actually,
people.
I don't even have one anymore. I went ahead and got rid of it, and every picture on my Facebook is pretty
Listen,
much locked
I
down.
guess
she's
I'm
probably
just
so
That's
My
mad that I
kids,
showed those
what
pictures of
my
the
mom, all of them,
Vincent's
they're
chin
all locked
today.
down.
She probably was so triggered.
I
But
I'm
guess
so mad that
I
that's
mean,
gone.
your
I hope
picture is going to come up.
somebody
People are
snagged
going to
that.
get pictures of you. I mean,
That was
there's
epic shit.
camera
Well,
You
flips
missed it,
and all
Vicious.
kinds
That
of
was
I
epic.
crap.
showed my
And
hey, I don't care. I showed my tit
Listen,
crack
I
this
said that
past
I know
scope
you
that
weekend.
I
did,
did on
Millie.
Lynn. I rescoped Lynn
I
first
seen
thing in
you
the
pop
morning.
them
They took my account
them
down,
them
I
tits
made
up on
so
the.
many people I made so many
and I
people
didn't
laugh.
record
And
it
Ray Curry was
because I
like, "Oh
didn't.
man," and I was like,
Yeah, it was
"Man,
a new
totally fine
account. I
because you
didn't think
showed
they were
your
going to
tit
get my
crack
new
on
account.
scope."
They took me down midair.
problem. I mean, good God,
Yeah,
you've
I know.
seen
Listen,
the
that was
camera
epic
flip
shit,
where I
man. She
had
was
my face
so
all mushed up against my
mad.
shoulder. I'm not
Oh,
worried about the
Yeah.
It's
bad
probably
pictures.
not her
I
taking your
literally,
account.
it's
It's
just the
probably
fact
the
that
other
I would
No, it's
have
troll.
known
probably
where it
her.
came from because it
No, it's
didn't come
her.
from Facebook,
Oh, it's her.
and that
Listen.
and it didn't
Oh
come from
yeah, listen. She
Instagram. It
reports
didn't come from
accounts, man.
Twitter.
I don't report any accounts. I said who I
I
took
can't
down and when I
imagine
did
who
it.
had that picture.
Last time I
well,
reported
it's
an
zoomed
account was
in so close
probably
too, so it's
in
And
probably
she
August.
a
cropped
whole
Or I
slightly.
mean
lot when she
September.
said
And I'll
she
send you some
never
more bunny
reports
pictures.
counts.
We were painting
That's
a
why
chicken
she
coop
always
today.
be
It's almost
thinking when
done.
I go in her
No. That's
Long
room.
not
enough to
true.
where the chickens can go
No,
She
anywhere.
always
that's
be
not true.
thinking
I didn't
when
know
I
that.
go in her room and then if I fall
Yeah,
out
I have 11
and come back
chickens too.
in, she
I told
always
yeah,
think I'm
she's dumb as
reporting her
fuck.
I
bitch
know you
ass.
love your
But I
bunnies,
don't be
and
doing no
you know
stupid
I
Listen,
shit
do.
like that. I've never
listen.
reported
You
Girl,
don't
nothing
you
that
need to
she
do
done.
that.
Don't
Listen,
talk to me about
listen,
Tina.
baby.
I
You don't
don't
need to
want to
do that.
discuss
I
her.
can go to
I
Periscope
don't like her.
TV. If
Never
you're
will.
live, I could
It's
just
just
grab
not
that
gonna
link and
happen.
I can put it right into the fucking
It's not
email
gonna
and send it.
happen.
This is it.
I'll say
Avoiding
so you
suspension
love
and
your bunnies.
goodbye.
Wow.
I do.
See?
They're
You
so
know how to
cute.
I don't
do
even
it.
need to go into the scope. So she's a fucking retard. I've been
You should have
telling that
seen
to
me
everybody. You know
when
that too, Vicious.
I first got them.
If you didn't, now you do.
I think there should be a sisterhood
Yeah, I was like,
Listen,
bitch, I don't be snitching
in
like that.
YouTubers that
That ain't
come
my
on
cat.
ain't
Facebook
that
and
easy.
do
Listen,
this
but
shit
it ain't
because
that
it's
easy
not.
to take
Because
accounts
everybody
down,
has
okay?
different opinions.
Once they're taken
Other
down,
people
that's
have
one thing,
different
okay?
belief
But
systems.
you have to be really on it or you have to have a connection in
I wonder
Periscope.
what
Yeah,
her
what
opinions are.
she said about
Right.
my rabbits, that was horrible. She said she was gonna come skin them
Believe me, I know.
alive
I
and
was
cut the
like,
feet off of her
I had to
babies.
report and report
I
and
mean,
report,
that's
and I
just
was like, what the
completely
fuck, man? I had to
unforgivable
report like
and it's
30 times.
disgusting. And who would do
That's
that
what I
to
used
You
an
have to be like
animal?
you have to be like a word,
You know
like
what
a
I'm
boomer,
saying?
somebody who writes letters
I
all
know.
damn day.
She even said she would come dig up my dead dog.
That's
Did
too
I
much
stoop low and
paperwork.
say that I would
Oh my
go dig
Yeah,
God.
up her
then but
mother?
then you got to go. Okay, the
Yes, I did.
violation was here at this fucking time
It's
and
not. That's
this
not the
time
point.
stamp. They want time
The
stamps. They
point
want I
is
mean,
that
they
she
want
says it.
fucking whole thing.
So I told her that I
In
would
other
go dig
words,
up
they
her
want you
mother
to
and
do
go
their
on her
work
front
for
porch,
them.
maggots, arms and all.
Yes.
Damn, that's a whole snitch right there. They got a report of that.
I tried to talk to Tina.
That's just not in my blood. Fuck it. I won't fuck with you. I just don't do fuck reporting.
Oh, there's the Reaper. What's up, Reaper? I see the Reaper.
Did. You know, I felt bad for Tina.
I see the Reaper in there. Oh, look at something to destroy Claude. All right, look, I got another fan.
No,
they're everywhere.
Just look at their title name. It says arrest Claude.
Listen, they can come and try, but bring a body bag with you, would you?
You still have a standing restraining order on her.
Someone's in your waiting room that want to come in. Reaper scope.
Hopefully it's destroy Claude.
Oh my God, this bitch is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Millie, she's she
Who's in the
multiple
waiting room? Is
people,
it a
and each one of
woman?
her
There's no more men
seductions.
allowed.
You know, that's not. I don't want to be. You don't see me
It's
doing
me,
doing
Mr.
case. I
Claude,
mean,
the
I've done
Reaper.
a lionscope
Oh,
over the
look at that!
years.
You see,
I'm not
you
going to
took
come
my, you
on
killed
here
my account today.
attacking
Damn it!
people every
I
freaking day.
did no
Multiple
Can you
such
bring
people
it back,
every
please?
freaking day. There's one person, two people
I did
actually
no
that
such
messed with
thing,
me
Mr. Claude.
and Barker.
I
Yeah, they
didn't.
killed me right.
And cray cray, and
They
that's all
killed me
we addressed.
midair, man.
You know,
Oh,
and
that's
that's
horrible.
pretty much it.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
completely
Listen,
bad.
look at this. Hey, they want to
Lynn,
destroy me.
I'm
Who's this
telling you,
destroy
Lynn,
me? And he's
that's
got
not a
my
bad
shirt
picture
off
of you,
too,
girl.
man. Look at
Like
that.
these
Man. I'm
people
looking
say
pretty
want to
good.
show pictures of you. Who
I
cares?
gotta say, man.
It's not a bad picture.
I gotta say that's a good picture of me, man.
What the
Yeah, I
fuck? The
understand. I
trolls are in
understand. You're
here
worried about
for
where
you,
it came
man.
from. You don't know where it came
I'm
from.
telling you, man.
Oh no,
Look
who
at
could
this.
that be?
Not that I have
I don't
anything
know,
to
but
hide. I don't.
they're following fucking. They're following the chin. They're following the chin. So there must be trouble.
Oh, come on now.
It's
She
probably
has
Trump
demanded
fan.
a death certificate on my
Listen,
son's
all I
death.
know is that
You
every time
fucking
Lynn
kidding
lies,
me?
that chin
You know,
grows longer,
I've been through the
like
same
Pinocchio.
stuff.
But
No,
It's laughable.
Miss
She has
Babery, I
demanded. She
disagree. I
wrote that
don't
my
think
son's
it's
dad never killed
that
himself, and I need to prove it
Scopa,
by
who was
showing her a death
formerly known as
certificate.
Trump
She ain't
fan.
saying shit.
I don't think that's him.
But I
oh,
know what happened.
Maybe it's Kimmy Gibbler.
Maybe it's the
listen,
fridge.
maybe we'll change it to Corona fan.
KK brought
I
his
highly
stupid
doubt
into that.
that one.
I
Oh, the
reported
fridge
that.
is Kimmy
KK
Gibbler.
done that. She did.
That's
You mean
Karen.
Tom
She did
Who?
instigate him. She did
Remember that
instigate
one?
him, and none of that information
Hey,
he was
hey,
pulling on
hey,
me is
you know what I
mine.
find? Hey,
That
Vicious, you know what I find
Isla,
interesting?
I
That
don't know
the
where.
refrigerator still wants to
You know
troll
what?
me, okay?
Don't y'all
Even
tell me
at
to
the,
behave
on
because I
faking her
heard y'all
suicide,
talking
making
about
everybody
me
feel bad,
snapping.
she's still trashing me. Isn't that amazing? And she doesn't fear me. I mean, are they fucking serious with this fake suicide
Really,
thing?
I was
Really?
asleep, and
Seriously?
I was contacted at 5:26 in the morning.
Actually, I
Yeah.
think I've pinned down who that Destroy
That is
Claude person is. I
ridiculous.
believe it's that, what do you call him? Boomer 57, that's it.
Okay.
That was just
Orders
ridiculous. And
to
I
then she
believe
tried to
that's
shut
him.
up
text me and
for you,
told me they
Claude.
seen the
So
whole
that's a
video,
man.
and nobody,
Yeah.
no
Listen,
Mexicans
I gotta
ever ran
say,
into
That
her
seems
without a
like
gun in their
Boomer's.
Boomer.
mouth.
Listen, but Boomer's not a man. Boomer is
Did you see?
a hermaphrodite, and he
He's
said
not.
in one
How
of his
many
videos
Mexicans
that
are
they
in
cut
this
off his
world?
little dicky,
Just because
and
Timothy
he's
Allen says it's
non-binary.
me,
That's
it's
true.
me,
I have
or
the
it's my
recording.
family, or it's my
Oh
children.
wow.
I don't
You know,
doubt you have
everybody
the
was getting
recording. You have
into
recordings of
my
everything.
over here. You know, my kids were getting ready to go to work, but none of my children
Mr.
are on
Claude,
this
Let's
you
see,
app.
have
even
more
Vicious. Do you doubt
None of
me,
my
Vicious?
family is on this app.
you have more information on your personal computers and
Okay, let me tell you
devices
something. What he
than
said
the
at the end
Library
of
of
that video.
Alexandria had.
That's
Yeah,
true.
he in
That's
there.
true. Listen,
He in there. I
What he
gotta
said
give
at
him
the end of that
credit.
scope was
that's
disgusting.
true. I even have the measurements of the flat Earth, and I do have one of the first victims of the reptilian, the queen who shapeshifted into
Oh,
a
did I say
reptilian
that?
and
Did I
ate the
say that
young.
on
Yes,
the
I
scope?
do.
Did I say that? If you didn't
God
say it
damn.
though, you're wrong, bitch. I have the whole
Well,
thing
listen, man, I
recorded.
might
I
as
have
well
the
be
whole
about it if
thing
they say I
recorded.
am. I am what they
You know,
say I am.
let me tell you something
What
too.
else
Now,
would you
when the
like me to
man
be?
said
Hey, we live under
he
a dome.
grew
That's why
and
they made a
maybe he
TV show,
ought
The
to
Dome, under the
build
dome. Remember
something
that
so he
show?
could sex
An
traffic because he
episode of
needs
what was it,
money,
the Simpsons
that's a
movie where they
certain
had him in
shit.
a dome?
You know what, bitch? You talk all fucking day long, Lynn. I'm getting off of
No.
here,
Hey,
Lynn.
listen,
I
man.
don't like her. I'm getting off
Then
here,
you
Lynn.
tell me what
So,
that
fuck you.
operation. What was it? Fuck, I forgot the name of it. Where they shot fucking nuclear rockets up in the. Oh fuck, I'll remember it. But they have an operation for that, and it's not a sex change one. No, what the fuck? What the fuck
Man,
was it called?
33
I'm
be
gonna
couple
remember.
with these one-liners, boy.
Yeah, I can't be careful, man. Damn, baby. You need a little more cleavage there, damn it. Fucking make it. Make this Zoom exciting again. I'm looking for my weed pen. Anybody see my weed pen? What's the matter? Is
It's
he
probably by
shooting
your
heroin again?
commute.
He's in here? What's he doing in here? Does he miss me? He wants me to fuck his wife again? What does he want? His wife is a pig. All right, he should skin her alive instead of me. Maybe she would
Oh,
scream
look at
at
that.
Claude.
me.
Mr. Trump fan has come in. Hello, Mr. Trump fan. I mean, sorry.
Oh,
The Scopa, formerly known as Trump fan. You give Trump fans a very, very bad.
He's not, but he's not. Is he in the chat? He's not coming in the Zoom, is he? God, that fucking guy.
No, he's in the scope. He's not in the Zoom with us.
Good. Tell him.
I don't want to be with anybody. How about that? You boys
And that destroyed Claude is still here too.
shut the fuck up.
Oh, look at that. Trump fan.
Oh, shit, my ear.
Between his legs and left.
Really even knew who you were, but you were on my
PB Claude, my days are numbered. Yes, I know that. Everybody's are numbered, aren't they, Vicious? My names are numbered, but there are 33 of them.
And you twisted it.
Listen, I have 33,000 days left.
Okay.
I gotta tell you, man, when his wife said, pick up that fucking shit, get up that fucking shit, get up that fucking shit, I was dying.
I heard
I wasn't ready for that.
He said, okay. Get up that fucking shit.
Fucking shit.
Oh, that gave me flashbacks to my mother, man. Yeah, that's no fake shit, man. Look, get up that fucking shit.
That recording. Okay. You got that recorded, 33? Shut up, Melly.
I know, I practiced it. Get up that fucking shit. Listen, you know what? When I had to clear everything out just to get to that thing, I heard that shit enough fucking times, man, that it got in my head. I can hear his wife now.
Buddy. I remember some of that, yes.
No, what happened to Tina?
What's she talking
You've
about?
been in the beam. Uh-oh.
My daughter.
Why drop me?
No,
I've
who is
been
she
trying
talking
to
with?
spare.
So fuck you, Sherry.
And I just blocked Sherry on her
Chickaboom. Who the hell is
account, whatever the
Chickaboom?
fuck it was.
And anybody wants to go listen, I will replay it because I lost my account because Sherry actually admitted to everything she said that it was a lie because she was mad at me because I wouldn't talk to her. And I played it.
Oh shit! I want to hear fucking Tina Wreck, man. I know she was pissed.
Yeah.
These people don't want me to forgive Tina.
No, they're mentally ill.
Sherry has sent me things in Messenger. Yes, it's kind of proof, but it's not the whole proof of a conversation. Somebody just sent me screenshots.
It's funny because nobody likes it that I make peace with her, but you know what? Why should I have to fight with this woman?
I watched too many people die last summer.
I don't have to fight with everybody.
But there was a woman in her 40s who got in a car wreck this summer when I was with my dad when he was dying at the hospital, you dumb fuck. She was in her 40s. She was my age.
Hey, Vincent, did you notice that more women are coming for me? I can't hear you, but I'm sorry, Reaper. Did you notice that more women are coming after me than more men? It seems like Tecmo and it looks like they said all men back off and let the women go to 33 so they can look like a fucking abuser.
You're going to come up with all these scratches, 33.
Listen, there's a conspiracy, man. It's a conspiracy.
Oh, I've lost it.
Yeah, I can hear you, guys.
I just lost my train of thought. I hate when that happens.
There's Gretel, man. Gretel, that happens to Gretel, man. You're not drinking her liquor, are you?
No liquor. Not yet, anyway. I still have work to do.
Chickaboo said, you have no honor to your father.
Does it mean something more when they put it in cap letters? I never understood that. Do they just want to be seen or something? What the hell does that mean? Does that say screaming?
Yes, when those are in caps, they're yelling at you.
Yeah, they pushing a point.
I found my weed pen finally in fucking 3 hours.
I told you it was by the computer.
No, it was in my underwear near the bathroom.
Oh God, I would have never thought that.
I'm just kidding. It was underneath my towel in the bathroom. I think it sounded better. I'm such a dirty old man. Ooh, chickaboom, man. Triggered, man. In the capitals too. Look, can somebody cash out me to pay this hotel bill? Listen, Trump fan. Listen, I already cashed out your wife, man. God. Oh, I shouldn't do that. That's not nice. They'll be mad at me.
So what police did you call?
I called on all of them. I had it. And whoever put out a pedophile room.
Are you talking about?
Oh, she's back in the beam. Let me hear.
So that they're running around saying that I made. So I had to make a report. No, I had to make a report because they're saying that I made a pedo room on Facebook and on Periscope.
I agree with you, Gretel. Nobody should demand an apology, really.
No.
It should
And you
be
know
when
what?
you're ready.
Hold on.
Nobody said Nobody said you made one.
Going around.
Oh yeah. The Kiwi did. She accused Tina of making it.
Yes, she
weeks
did,
ago on a scope.
I never seen her say anything about about Tina making it.
She accused
Oh no. All I seen was that you were following one. Record me. Record me. I snagged Mandy's too.
Wait, are we talking about Periscope or Facebook Messenger?
They're saying both.
Periscope. The only thing I seen was where you were following that Pizza account.
No, because
all
Judy,
that stuff on it.
No. Judy just said that Tina, you made a
They
pedo room.
teared each other up.
Well, I've never heard that. I've never accused you of making a pedo room.
Just in the beam saying it. I don't have anything to do with pedophilia, but Karma Turner does.
Hey Bailey, tell Mandy to put that one scope up she did the other night, because I only got to watch about an hour of it while I was ghosting.
Well, I've never played hard of saying that you did anything.
Yes, you did.
The Kiwi is a coward. She hides her stuff.
Hang on, Millie. Tina, I've never said you made a pedo room.
Longland, you are an old lady.
You know what I've been doing today, bitch? I've been painting the fucking chicken coop.
Yep, good.
That's what I've been doing today.
Good. That's good. You should. Maybe you need to play with your chickens and your rabbits more and shut the fuck up about me and lying on me. Because how
am I on here?
You know what, guys?
When I'm not even, I wasn't even on here.
I copied and pasted Mandy's link from that scope she did the other night. And it was the middle of the night American time, and I copied and pasted and sent it out to a few people on Messenger.
Okay, I fell asleep during Mandy's. I fell asleep during that 4-hour video.
Bailey, you said it was DJ KK on Randy's beam. You said
she's at menopause and she's all dried up. For God's sake,
because I actually texted Lynn and said,
all right, she's all dry.
Bailey,
what I said about DJ KK is what he said at the end of his scope.
Nope.
He needs to come back on here and retract it. That's what he needs to do. But Tina, why was you up at 5:26 in the morning trying to have him dox me?
Holy shit, man, they're loud.
Yes, you damn right. Chicken and rabbits' lives matter. That's right.
Bailey, you should never.
Bailey, when you and Tina got into it this winter, you refused to work it out privately.
Bitch, I ain't even laughing you.
And we're in the comments, and then you went over either to McKenna's team, and we're up as a guest, or you went into Mandy's scope and you said, this is going to be fun.
I know that was not a euphemism.
Yes, you did,
actually a bird.
You did. I watched it.
Yep. You went.
Okay, what was gonna be fun? What was gonna be fun?
So how can you be a
What was gonna be fun?
You said it was going to be fun.
What was gonna be fun?
You messing with Tina.
The great and only bug.
Well, Tina, you should have let.
retard from France.
You guys should have worked it out. We were all friends and supporting
Leave
the
people
Turners.
alone in 2020. Sorry.
Okay, this is the reason. This is the reason I had a problem with you, Tina, and I wanted nothing else to ever.
No, Bailey,
no, shut up, because I know. NJ made a live video saying if anybody ever attacked my mental illness, was supposed to be my friend, she would get their ass. No, you did, you stupid bitch.
You think because you have
did.
You can go fuck with people. That's what
you
think,
refused to talk it out with her, and you said
y'all are both mad because of Barker.
No,
you refused to work it out with someone that you considered a friend or
I have to if I choose not to.
That's the problem. I chose not
to. If I don't want to, I'm not either.
Oh, by the way,
Millie, I'm not condemning you for the decision that you made, Millie. That's your decision. If you don't,
I think I blocked that
I said I believe toilet paper is Lynn's other account. Everyone wants toilet paper. I believe that's her spare account to watch accounts. I could be wrong, but I believe so. I blocked it. I'm just letting you know.
If I speak to somebody and I like that person, it's my decision if I want to be friends with that person or not. It's not yours.
There's my
It's not
attorney.
yours. See, that's why nothing could ever be worked out, Lynn. That's why nothing could ever be worked out. She wants, bitch, you talk 24/7 online about 500 fucking people a day.
No, bitch, you don't let me answer you.
I don't want to do with you, bitch.
Bailey,
Can they talk a little loud? I can't hear them.
anybody about it.
That's
And that's my choice. No, I went to Barker for the truth, and that's where I
Please,
got
the
it
dead
from.
can hear them.
That's where I got it from. No, you're the freaking psycho on here
I gotta
attacking
say,
people.
whoever but your worst nightmare has got an automatic block for following somebody for following that creepy Claude account. That's not me. So you got blocked. Just in case
I
you want
could
to
give
know.
two shits. I could give shits about McKenna.
You
Give two shits. No, I wanted NJ. I wanted NJ to woman up and tell you to shut the fuck up. And don't say nothing about my fucking.
No.
I deal with that shit, bitch. You need to go deal with yours.
Bailey, listen, you came at me saying you were going to dig up my dead mother and throw her on my
Bitch, you said you were going to dig up my fucking dead dog first. So don't even. So fair is fucking fair, bitch. If I want to say that, then that's exactly what I'll say.
Crazy bitch.
It's
Well,
fair.
digging up my
Can you
dead
imagine
dog,
waking
that's
up to
not
her in the
crazy.
morning?
The feet off of my small bunny rabbits, that's not fucking
Mamma
crazy.
mia.
You're a sick
Who's the
fucking
one that's
bitch.
screaming?
You're a sick fucking bitch.
Bailey.
You are.
I can tell
You,
you this now.
Whose fault? It's mine?
Fair is fair. Fair is fair.
Who
bitch, you
said
at
it's
your
my
own
fault? Yeah,
fucking
I didn't see
game.
that.
You chicken shit, bitch.
Bailey,
Go
please
hide
listen.
behind your fucking screen door.
Of course,
Go
listen,
hide
that's why I
behind your
hired you to
screen
represent
door.
me.
You
So I need an
hated
attorney.
because
But
that's
guess
what you
what?
are. You're fucking
I
bald-headed.
Illegal bitch.
listen, I
You know
got my law
what?
firm from New York
Whatever.
City.
Whatever.
Bailey,
Yeah,
Lynn
just
should
like
know. Lynn should
I
know
have a
they got
tunnel
a
under
lot
my
of fucking
home,
money,
right?
right, Lynn?
Just
Along
like
with
I have a
Caitlin.
tunnel under. That's
They
not
don't
my
fuck
Mr.
fucking
Claude.
name.
They get all of it.
Finish talking.
Mr. Claude.
Listen, I mean,
That's why you're
I'm
mad.
not kidding you,
And when
man.
you
These
said that
fucking
about
people
my
don't
mother,
fuck
I was
around.
warning you. I said, Bailey, you better shut the
Mr.
fuck up. You're
Claude.
not going to like the response.
How are
Yes.
you going to warn me
I've got
when
the
I have you
perfect attorney
blocked?
for you.
I don't see your comments down here. I have
My
you
listen,
blocked. How
my
are you going
attorney
to warn me, bitch?
listen, the
You
attorney
can't
that
warn me about
represented
nothing.
me made the top
I don't
best
watch your
100 list
motherfucking
of this whole
videos,
country.
ho. Get over
Yes,
yourself.
but see, I can
And
give
you
you
get
Johnny
over your
Cochran. You
fucking
win.
self.
I mean, hell, he
Yeah,
got
but
in
he's
there.
dead.
You're
Yeah, but I
talking to
didn't
the
kill
Reaper
anybody
of
yet.
Scope. I can get you Johnny Cochran.
Hear me respond to you, Bailey.
I know, but I'm not dumb enough to
Probably
get
on
caught.
Mandy.
Bailey,
OJ did
let me
it.
tell you something, Bailey.
You
Yeah,
fucking
he's
went
out.
from
And
my
you
mother.
say that, Mandy's. You
Listen,
laughed through my
he's
fucking
the only person. He's the only running back to run 2,000 yards
You
and kill
don't
two
talk
people.
about digging up my fucking
That's a
dead
record.
dog and go after my animal.
Hey,
I want
hey,
to
you
say
have
it's
to add that
funny enough.
yardage.
Your dead mama.
You have
She
to
didn't
add the
like you
yardage from
anyway.
the police chase in his Bronco. You have to add that yardage too.
How about that?
Well, listen, we have to give that to
Hey,
what's his name? What the hell was his name? Fuck.
you
Holy shit! Wasn't that his block? His a blocker for him, man. What the hell was his name?
You shut
Holy
the fuck
shit!
up. I think, you know what,
I
bitch? Not
I
until
can't
you
remember.
said you were going to come over here and fucking skin my
Oh god!
animals.
But I know that
You think I wasn't
Marcus
going to give
Allen
you
was
a
banging his wife.
response?
Damn.
No, I'm not either. I'm sitting here.
I must say the hardest part of this is trying to regulate the volume. Because if you turn down the loudest one, then you don't hear the quiet one back there. It's very difficult.
Which one's the loudest one, by the way?
Bailey is the loudest.
Bailey's the boss, man. Listen, Bailey ripped up Lynn too. I got that on tape, man. She called her a piece of shit for what she did, putting out my daughter's information.
I like Bailey, but man, she does have her microphone's like mine on scope. Like it's just, she doesn't realize it, but yeah.
You killed me with that microphone.
Yeah, because I know that microphone is good. But so Karen wants to know if it's halftime yet. I took the next shift because 33 wanted to go get some fucking dinner. Damn.
Listen, I've been scoping her since like 6 in the morning, I think.
They said she gonna wake up producer.
I literally woke up to Claude going on stream and looking at that chin today.
Okay.
That's like a nightmare.
Did she really call the police on you over a picture?
Listen, I hope she did, because you know what? I want her to sue me. See, she's such a liar that she knows that she could never fuck with me, because I have so many recordings of her that she would lose automatically.
She could do all that dishing and then want to call the cops. That's crazy.
No, she's triggered because I told her I recorded our conversation. I was honest with her. Listen, I don't do that to my friends, but when I know you're a scumbag and you've turned on me, like I knew she did. Yeah, man, of course. You know, I have to protect myself, for God's sakes.
Well,
anybody else in the right mind?
The problem is with all of them is the fact that they go ahead, they act like you're your friend. They do everything that they can possibly do to be your friend. And then as soon as one of their cronies has an issue, they turn on you. 100% they turn on you.
When people say y'all,
yeah,
or everybody,
and that's they fault.
Like, listen, they can't believe.
Discussing
Yeah,
their
they can't
business
believe
like
that I'm cool with bitches. You know that they're pissed off that I'm.
They
cool
can't
with
believe
right?
that you and me squashed everything, Claude.
Yeah, of course.
Triggered the fuck out of Lynn to see that we're all just sitting over here having a good old time. This bitch over here, she just wants to stay in it. It just. Listen, what's wrong with saying that?
Oh, is that really Lynn?
Hey, Scott.
Is that really Lynn in your scope there, bitch?
Did you see?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Did you see that?
Yeah, that's Lynn. That's long
comment.
chin Lynn.
That's long chin Lynn, yo.
Did anyone see that Gretel person's comment? Press 1 if Tina wrecked Bailey. Please, Tina couldn't.
Tina can't wreck
Please.
shit.
I don't vote on women fights.
Ms. Piazza
Somehow
couldn't wreck
I'll end up a
paper
victim.
bag.
Listen,
Tina
I
can't
will
wreck.
end up a victim. Listen,
She can't wreck
I
an
don't fuck
apple.
with them. The only thing I do is fuck the women. I don't get in the middle of it unless we're having sex, of course.
It's if you have the Zoom app, just go to join. You gotta click join meeting or whatever.
You women are the most dangerous, man.
Well, they coming after your ass.
I know. So, listen, I'm ready to run away. I swear to God, man. I told Kathy the other day, I'm like, listen, man, I'm not getting in the middle, and I hope you're not mad that I made peace with Tina. I just don't want to fight with her. And she was like, okay. I was like, I want to run away. You women are dangerous. I told the same thing. I'm saying the same thing to all of you. At least I'm admitting it, man. You women are not to be fucked with. You think I want to fuck with Judy, for God's sakes? No. I would rather her make me a cake.
Someone down by living near Tina put the stuff out in the yard. She was over on the Kiwis beam when she was saying that shit. I watched that.
Oh, some
I do like Baby's photo though. That's
Baby's looking good.
No, thank you.
Yes, but she said she was going to dig up my dead mother and throw her on
Oh my goodness! You know what? I just laugh.
Mental. Listen, you know, I'm mental really did scope, man, and put stuff out on people, man. I think that's cowardly, man. That people someone with scope and not use their voice and just sit there and just put some stuff out with music. I think that's garbage. Cowardly. And I have a feeling I know who I mental is. Very close to figuring it out.
Wait, is Trump?
All I mental has to do is just make one other mistake, just like everybody else does.
Camera flip, but we've seen you too. You're no prize, sweetie. I wouldn't, speak about yourself. No one's talking about you, you fat crap. Go ahead. Oh, Scott.
Oh, very nice.
Oh wait, no. Can you scroll up to where they brought me up? It's like scroll up a little
Judy's
bit.
here. I said I would not mess with you. I said I'd rather not mess with you, Judy. I said I'd rather you make. I don't want to fuck with any of you.
Bitch, go scroll up. Yeah, no. I want to see it. Who the fuck said it to me?
The last message I got because I didn't answer you fast.
Scroll up on that.
I'm going over with Kathy Barker, bitch. And I said, go. I don't.
Who's calling me? Who's calling me? What?
Because that's what you do, Bailey. You're another one that runs to people's.
Wait, who?
Stir the pot.
Lynn?
Oh, so Lynn, you listening? Huh?
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Fucking Long Chin is talking shit. You guys are all fucking two-faced. You want to tell me I don't know fucking shit?
But the way Lynn spelled fat it's almost it's the Urban Dictionary as like you right.
I'm pretty. Hey, you know what? I'll be pretty hot and
Pretty hot
tempting
and
all
tempted.
day long.
Exactly.
Hey, listen, Lynn, at least he's
Pretty
got a
hot
wife
and
and he's getting
tempted.
laid, not like you, Lynn.
Yeah, you should have
That
spelled it the
chin.
other way, Lynn. You just called him hot. You on his
I
dick.
appreciate it. That's all I know.
That comes out of the Kiwis' mouth.
Listen, all I know is that Scott's got a wife and a kid, and you've got what? Us?
Hey, Lynn, here's the difference between me and you is I could be a fat fuck, and if anything would have happened between me and my wife, I could still go out and get whoever the fuck I want. It's called I have a personality. Unlike you, you'd have to pay for it.
Lynn.
Oh, shit, Lynn.
Yeah, you fucked yourself with that one. That was funny. Spell your shit better.
I mean,
That
listen,
wasn't good.
who brings a man?
Like,
Listen, who
like
brings a
you're
man?
you're so upset that I'm fucking back on this fucking app, and I'm not taking.
Listen, of course, Debbie's pissed off too. You fucked up Debbie coming back.
Like baby fat clothes. Exactly, girl.
She's always talking shit.
I've been waiting for you, Scott.
Miss Vicious, I believe I saw a comment that could have brought
she
Scott
was trying to
into
be
this.
negative and
It said,
positive.
who's that fag up in the beam with 33 and the Reaper? That may have been aimed at Mr. Scott there.
That's okay.
Who's that right there? Go back,
It was
back.
the
You went
OD
past it. You went
person,
past
I
it.
think.
You went way past it, bitches.
Who is
You passed that comment that the Reaper wanted to see.
Oh, yeah, no, it's fucking.
No,
I
but
have
it's
no clue who the fuck it is.
no, but I saw it. So who's in the beam? Who
Scroll back up. Scroll
You
back
gotta
up.
go back
Scroll
up.
back up.
Don't forget we're on a delay too, Vish. So.
So is Lynn's patch. That's on the delay release too. Hey, Lynn, by the way, did you take your
some dude ODE or ODI tried fucking saying who the fuck is that fag in there with me and or with 33 and Reaper. It's like people don't realize I don't give a fuck what anyone has to say about me anymore. Like I don't.
I know that should be funny.
And I just filed one too, just so they
I swear. Wait, don't say my name. There it is, right there. You passed it. You passed it. You passed it. You're too far.
V doing it on purpose now.
OD at or OD at
fucking too
email.
far. You went way too far.
Fucking with y'all.
Fucking retarded. You fucking retarded.
Be fucking with y'all.
33. What is 32 trying to think over there? Listen. I don't have to think, baby. Okay, all you have to do is open your mouth. And you're in.
So y'all come right back. I'll be right back.
Fucking vicious smile. Always ignoring.
Did she delete it?
There it is. Who's the fag in the beam? That said ODMMO. Yeah, I blocked that piece of shit. That's another loser. Yep, I blocked that already. Another loser.
Let's see what else fucking was written about me because everybody's all fucking pussy hurt.
Oh, don't worry, listen. Trust me. You're cool with me. You're already just count on everybody that is on the other side hates you.
Wait, did she? Oh, she deleted her stream.
Yep.
Oh, what a fucking waste of fucking space. Oh no, I don't need to grab shit. You know, it's people are jealous. People are upset and jealous that I'm back.
Listen, and I have the first portion, but I was clowning the fuck out of them. They were so mad. Hey, listen, you got to admit, Vicious, I did a pretty good rescope, no? A live rescope. Listen, they were fucking so mad. And I was playing my clips every time NJ would take a breath, which wasn't very much. Of course, I played, "Can I start cooking your crap in your ass?" I'm fucking dying, man.
That's just crazy.
Listen, I think it's fucking funny, man. There's a halftime. Let's see let's see what we got next.
LYN needs to go use some more pencils to color in her fucking lips.
She should take a pee break. Shit.
LYN right now is putting that suppository deep in her rectum.
Yo.
I'm just saying. Listen, you wanted to know what halftime is like. That's what it's like for LYN. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Should I change my name to Fat Fuck Scott?
Yeah, PHAT though.
I just fucking change it. Give me a little bit and I'll do it. Or I'll just make another account.
So you put the
Look, Scott's in the mix. Who is Rhonda cucking to me?
Yeah.
Listen, nobody cucks to me. Shut up. Whoever Rhonda is. Help me, Rhonda. Why don't you help me, Rhonda, and get on your knees? Help me, Rhonda. I'd rather take a run around Sue, but what the fuck? I'll take a Rhonda too.
I'll take a Rhonda too.
Let's see TV.
So, the chat. I just wanted.
Who's Rhoda?
That's what I'm saying. This is a chat that's on delay. So this is the end of that chat, but we get to see it. You know what I mean? Like it's still in that pocket full of information. So now it just ended. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to follow that until it ended. I'm gonna see if she's re-live. We'll never know.
Oh. Leave America, Felicia. Bye, Tina.
God, everybody's picking on my friend Tina.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Oh, Chicken Boom's on this side now.
Yeah, she over here.
Chicken Boom Boom. Listen, everybody's mad. Don't be mad. Get glad.
Hilarious, yo.
And look what's happening now. LYN can't be found. But guess what? We can find the other half of that can't be. Right.
Bitch, yes. We got your broadcast already. You might as well just kept that up. Leave America, Felicia. Bye, Tina.
God, everybody's picking on my friend Tina.
Oh, that's fucking great. I love it.
Long Ching Ling, you do the suppository. Very good. How you assholes?
Yeah,
be very gentle.
Oh no, play it.
Oh no, everybody be scared.
Fucking cow goes moo. Oh, Carrie, you're fucking hurting my feelings.
Everybody be scared.
And look what's happening now. LYN can't be found. But guess what? Blue KY jelly, easy, much easy. Right.
Carrie, the only woman that goes ahead, fakes a suicide attempt, and goes ahead and blames people for stealing her credit cards, not once, twice, 3 times, or 4 times, but 5 times.
Listen, not only that, she had fake cancer. Listen, she had fake cancer, fiance, and even Don Stakes, the one that
who
he
is
says
Silence
that she
Company
loves,
Golden,
said that nobody believes she was pregnant from day one.
Hey, Carrie, I'm going to pretty much just lay it out real simple for you. Nobody likes you. You're the fucking size of a house.
Oh, she faking like she's sick again.
Oh, look at the bugs. Look at the old man bugs.
She seriously pulled that shit up. She pulled that shit up on Rob today, saying that Rob goes ahead and steals credit card numbers. Isn't this the same shit that happened with Closer years ago? That everybody's trying to fucking work into their own thing.
Yes.
Like, seriously, nobody has your information. No, nobody has the information. Nobody cares about the information. Nobody wants your money if you had any. You can keep your stimulus money. You're probably getting your extra 600. You're probably getting your extra 600 from unemployment. Carrie is normal.
Carrie not getting
listen, when her father dies,
getting
she'll have
mental
nothing.
health check.
Listen, her father's helping her, Scott, and when he dies, she'll be on the street.
Now, the only thing, she just brings nothing to the table. Clark, here's the best part, right? She kissed my ass, was being absolutely fucking nice to me and everything. And then when me and B-Mon got friendly and whatever fucking it was that me and her were joking around, she got jealous. And then remember, she went to you and tried talking shit about me nonstop.
Listen, she was just talking shit about you from the beginning because she just starts shit. Okay?
Like, here's the thing. They're all right and I'm a cuck. I don't care.
Oh, yeah,
It doesn't
Carrie,
bother
you
me.
girl. You ain't skinny.
Listen, now I'm transgender. Very
Carrie,
nice.
have you looked at yourself in the mirror? Seriously.
You freak. Look at the old man bugs. You can't kill me, so you have to make me your fantasy.
No,
You're
you and Rob never.
Like
whoa.
She just
Is this
sounds
live?
bitter over
Is
there.
this live right now? So she could hear me, right? Why is it today that you went ahead in LYIN Scope and said Rob steals credit card numbers? Trust me, somebody already took it. Rob even saw it. You're a fucking idiot.
Listen, can I
Plain
just tell
and
you something,
simple.
Scott? She knows, Scott. Let me say this.
Oh
She
my
knows
God.
that she's a fucking liar because, first of all, I heard the call. They said she said that when she said that the woman asked, "Do you know Rob Foster?" Sorry, they don't tell you the name of the perpetrator of the crime. You fucking stupid idiot.
They don't tell you the person's name at all.
Oh, girl,
They don't tell you
nobody
the person's
jealous
name
of
at all.
you. Oh, please don't
Bust
say
that
that. We
refrigerator.
girl.
That's why she started coming at me because I busted her, and she's a fraud, a fucking liar.
Let
That
me
didn't have
hold on.
cancer.
Wait,
A
hold on,
boyfriend.
Claude.
She's a lesbian. That's what she
Claude,
is.
hold on.
A
I'm going to
refrigerator,
say
a lesbian. Nobody even wants to eat that
closer
fucking
days.
nasty stuff.
Back in the closer days when Mike Gross or whatever the fuck his name is tried pulling this shit, we're saying Ashley was stealing. Yeah, he pulled this shit. Oh, and he had an FBI agent letting him know who to block and who not to block. And I called the FBI up over in Newark, New Jersey at the time, and they actually explained it to me. They don't release names of anybody when they're doing
Listen, they don't even
until everything's done.
Right, but listen. First of all, the Secret Service handles fucking credit card fraud, okay, and the banks handle it. They don't even come to you. You have to report it to your fucking credit card. They made a credit card and then they give you a bill. She's a fucking such a liar, man. That's why she's triggered, man. She couldn't come up with anything. Okay, even her dopey father knows that she's a liar. Okay, he's ashamed of her.
Would you like me to
wait
call
till he
my
dies,
bank?
Kerry,
And
you'll have nothing. Like your mother's gone, Kerry. The only thing you have left is your father because your mother never wanted you, Kerry. Okay, and when your father dies, and he will die soon, Kerry, what will you have?
My wife is no prize? That's fucking
She's married.
My wife is no prize. First off, Rhoda, you probably tried to spell Rhonda, but the N was taken. All right. My wife is 10 times hotter than you could ever be. Plain and simple, hands down.
That's right.
And believe me, you haven't been hands down, ass up in your whole life, refrigerator, because nobody wants you.
My wife is no prize. That's actually kind of funny. Oh, Trump fan. Let me suck everybody's fucking twat and fucking cock and lick their gooch whenever you get a chance.
I mental, you keep giving yourself away. I mental. I'll be having your name soon. Keep talking, I mental. I'm watching.
So here's my favorite part, right? Here's my favorite part is that they have their whole Nazi thing, right? They call Wolf a Nazi. They call this person a Nazi. Let me explain something to you. They're not Nazis. If they were, they wouldn't speak to me at all because they're supposed to hate Jews. They might have their own views, but that's about it. So stop with the Nazi shit. Oh, because he doesn't agree with you guys. Seriously, get the fuck over yourselves. Stupid fucking morons.
Oh, I'm not angry, Rhonda. You could suck my balls and lick my asshole and you'd like it after I take a shit. Instead of using my bidet, I'd let you lick my ass.
So jealous of what? You're fat?
And you'd like it, wouldn't you?
Okay,
No. Clip that. Clip what she just wrote right there. The only way that she's going to ever make money is from an inheritance. That's the only way you're ever going to make money, Carrie, because nobody wants to hire you.
Face.
Can we have a halftime show?
Ah, shit. Hold on.
Yes.
Shit, I've never seen so many fake Jews. What's a fake Jew? Claude, what's a fake Jew?
I don't know. What's a Nazi that doesn't even? I mean, these people are insane.
Damn, this fucking volume's low. Oh, there it is. The speaker. Okay, that's better. Okay. Oh, they're so triggered, man. Listen, the maddest I got was when you guys took me down just because I wanted that replay and I didn't record it. But that won't happen again. I don't get mad over you stupid asses. You guys' misery is my pleasure. And besides, you trolls who sit there and talk shit, nothing you could possibly say makes a difference to me. I'm here to watch my bitch LYN chin get to work. Yes, and you're a Holocaust denier, aren't you, LYN? You thought that I was a Khazarian with cock G. You were mad because I said I got $2,500 a month from the Holocaust. You were triggered. You believe that, LYN. Why don't you deny that too, bitch?
What's it? I wasn't looking at their chat.
Oh, I don't know if they did or not. I don't know. Listen, you want me to tell you what I just got, just so you know how I handle it.
It's vicious.
I don't respond to the dumb phone.
Blue-eyed Baker's mentioned something about someone
how big are you, Julie?
someone showing the cops showing up at Barker's. There we are. So I did see that comment.
Hey,
Scroll
listen,
back up a
Julie,
bit.
how big are you? I just want to know what big is to her. Because Boom is big at 500. How big are you, Julie? Just asking for a friend, of course.
Just asking for a friend.
I gotta say, today was a
big Julie. Can you say hot Julie? Fucking, hot fucking body Julie, but big Julie? Big what exactly? Big like a fucking balloon? Like a Oompa Loompa?
I gotta say, it was a good day.
Man, I'm jealous, man. That's your wife?
Hi.
That's your wife and the dog? Listen, the dog looks better than the refrigerator.
Yeah, she's very pretty.
Yeah, your wife is beautiful, man.
So by the way, that photo that I just shared is my wife, but apparently my wife is no prize piece, right?
I have to say, man, don't ever put that out.
In that area over there.
Listen, don't do that again, man. Don't make me jealous. Cut it out, Scott. It's not fair.
Yeah, he might get his 3-incher might get a little chub.
It might be, but mine's about 2 inches. But it satisfies her, so Claude might beat me out,
Mr. Scott, sir. If your wife was alive, I'd probably end up hitting her.
She could fuck all night.
If she was dead. If I was alive, I would hit on her. If she were dead, I'd hit on her. But unfortunately, that doesn't happen.
Well, listen, man. I have to say,
33.
refrigerator. She couldn't even beat Scott's dog. The dog looks better than
You have a pretty wife, and she's your prize. So there we go. They can shut.
There you go.
Yeah.
Damn,
But Rhoda, keep trying to be half the woman my wife is.
Now, Rhoda won't show her face because we all know she's butt. You know she's butt, Rhoda. So she'll never show her face.
Oh,
look at the back of an ass.
Where is he? I know that voice.
Oh, it's Mr. Ice Wolf. That's who that is.
Yeah,
hello, sir.
What's up, Reaper?
Listen, what's up, Wolf?
What's shaking, man? I just want to say I want to thank 33 for setting the fire today, triggering LYN. I want to thank Babe Bree for the name Long Lynn Chin. Long Chin
Oh, it's
LYN.
Long Chin LYN.
Yeah, absolutely fucking devastating nickname. I want to thank her. I gotta say, it's been a good day.
Hey, listen, man. And you know what? When iMental is crying about me calling somebody fat, hey, listen, man. Check it out. Go live, iMental, because you know what? I'm about to dox your ass. Okay? You see what I did to Debbie? And guess what?
We don't have to listen to LYN. Barker calls up.
And guess what? And you'll be after that. How about that? I'll make room for you.
I
can't.
I'm not going to say one way or the other. I don't know.
Then you'll shut your mouth.
I'm just saying.
And go into a troll like the rest of my bitches. I own you all.
Huh?
Did Barker call up?
Well, if it's her, then that's wrong. Absolutely, that's fucking wrong.
Lynn, she was just on your scope earlier saying that she was sending cops to everybody's house who said that she made the porn room. But Kathy Barker never said she made a porn room either.
Right.
No, but she accused me of that shit. But I should.
Oh God, really?
She's looked at on
Well, see,
Snap
there's
and Beck when I
absent.
was there. But she's too much of a coward.
I don't know. I never get excited. Nobody comes to my
She
house.
uses the
Why
law
is
to
that?
freaking
I don't ever get any fun.
Well, at least you have it on record now. I wonder if she's going to say that vacant lot address that Kate doxed me at. Because I don't live at that vacant lot.
Listen, nobody ever comes to my house. I want to play. Come out to play.
I don't know.
Where
is she? She's not in here anymore.
I don't know because see, I just
I
that's
don't know.
not.
I have.
I didn't call the police with that intention. I called the police because someone has somehow
Hey,
found
Claude,
a picture of
don't
me
forget,
that
you're getting
I
the
don't know
cops
where it's
called
from.
on
Oh,
you for
this has
sharing
nothing to
porn.
do with you, Lynn.
Not you. She's saying I was posting
Listen, the cops
inappropriate
don't come
pictures
to
of
my house
children
because guess what?
on
If
the
there's no
all over my
emergency, they're
social
not
media.
welcome here, and they
Yeah,
already know that.
that this
Which
has
I
nothing to
offered
do
to
with
show
you,
them
Lynn.
my
Is that
social
Bailey?
media. And
She
That's weird.
recorded
Never
him.
comes to my house.
That
She recorded
sounds
him.
They've been here
that
so.
sounds very
Listen, the
similar to
cops
the
been to my
call
house
that
so.
they got at the CPS.
I'm trying to
All
hear
she
from
does
Yeah,
is
she does
whine.
that
She's
too.
the eternal victim.
Isn't that
Constantly
No,
sad, though?
That I was
the best part
posting.
though
The
today
call
was
was that I
that
was
so
posting
after
that
the
I was
photo was
and
shared and
bragging
she's
about
talking all this
beating my
shit,
child
and then
all over
whose scope was she
That's
in? Fucking
bullshit.
Daisy's?
Stop using the fucking
Yeah.
agencies, you
I think it
cowards.
was Daisy's,
All of you.
and
I'm
she
not
got
saying
torn
that
apart.
that's what she
All of a
did. I'm
sudden, she
just
started
saying that
kissing everybody's
Whoever
ass and
called on
trying to
you,
say,
whoever
"Oh, you
called
got to
on
stop
me, I
trying
know
to tear
who called
apart
on me
Matt and
because it cost
Daisy."
me a lot of
And
money
I'm
to get
like,
that
"Oh,
call.
now you want to flip
And
fucking
Tina just
sides
said she
and
was
be
going to
like."
call on everybody.
well that I mean
Something.
with
Okay,
that
what's wrong with my mic?
that's why we don't need to throw it out there. Because we can't really prove who does it, but we can prove the person that put the idea out there. Anybody can
You can
grab that
get the
idea.
call from CPS. You know that, right?
Not mine because they do not have
What's
an
this
answering
pig
machine. They
rota
do
look
not
like?
record the calls. And if the person wants to be anonymous, they agree at anonymous.
Is that actually her photo?
No, but they'll give you the call, the actual call. They'll give it to the lawyer.
Yep. That's what I
Well,
do.
Oh, it
I
should
guess
Two
happen.
cops show up here.
When Scott came back, they were triggered. Don
Oh,
Stakes
I'm
was
sure cops will
triggered.
I'm sure they're
Okay.
going
He
to
went
start
nuts.
me with that too.
Did they really?
Somebody's
Oh
got
yeah,
music in
his
the
sculpt. He
background.
That's
was
Don't you
like,
do?
me.
he
That's
was like
me.
that. He was
Is it
like,
really you? I must have sensitive earphones.
Yeah, I think you do.
You got to turn it down a little. Your earbuds.
Stop it, Kathy.
Is this
Hello.
better?
Yeah, that's
I
much
was
better.
listening to when he was live outside the room, Scott. He was
So Gina, I'm
triggered,
going to be putting out all of these calls.
triggered when you
Why?
came
Like
back.
seriously, I don't
We're
get
going to
why
drop
they're
that
so
call.
triggered that I'm back.
We're going to
Like
show all the
seriously,
screenshots, some other things of audios that I have from others. So yeah. Not only are they triggered that you're back, but yeah, not only that you're back, but that you chose 33. You know.
What I'm saying is,
go
I
for
Thanks
it.
for
know
muting
that
me, Vicious.
I went in on a
I'll
scope
try
where
you
Lynn
baby ass.
and that Tina and Katie
Listen,
were
they're
part of
triggered
this
because
phone
they
call.
know I
Okay.
know the truth.
Well,
And
why? I've
you,
never met
and now I
them,
have a
so that
second
ain't on me.
confirmation,
I was
which is
just
Right.
Truth
Or me
Radar, and
either.
they know I'm going to
I've
act
never
on it.
met
And
anyone
they're
named
fucking
Jessica
scared.
named Pedo.
I agree.
The whole
I
thing is they really
I
don't have
mean,
shit
there's
on me. Like they
absolutely
don't.
no
I know they
reason
don't,
why anybody
but
should
I have
call
everything on them,
anybody
and
but
they
police
have been
over
harassing
that
me.
because
And
someone has
Lynn, I
seen it
have
on
her
Facebook.
admitting on tape that she's been
Nobody
Lynn,
sending me
shut
reported
text.
it
the
to
fuck up,
authorities.
you
What? You just
nosy
call me a fucking
fucking
pedophile.
bitch.
Well, I snagged your
Listen, I
last
got you,
one,
Lynn. I got
so I'll
you,
have
Lynn
it. So if
Chin.
the cops
You
show
should have
up
left me
here, I
alone.
actually have her saying that everybody who
All I
said
need is
that
for fucking
she had
for the
a
rabbit to make
pedophile
one
page,
mistake.
she's
I need
calling
the
the police
rabbit.
on,
Come
saying
on,
that
rabbit.
we are.
Put those texts out.
Well, the
So
See
I'm
how
gonna let
she
them
said I'm
know.
flirting with her now?
if I called the police on everything that I'd be accused of,
She
there would
went
be a
from me
different
liking her
trial and
daughter's
there would
legs
be
to
a
me
different
flirting with her.
answer.
How did that happen?
No, I'm talking about Tina.
Well,
Well,
listen,
you
I
just
just want
said
to
it.
hold on. I just wanted to pop in, say hello to you guys, and Babe Bree, I want to thank you. I haven't laughed that
I'm
hard
going
in
through the house to
years.
go outside.
Oh, okay. sounded like
Hey,
you were
Wolf.
in a NASCAR pit.
Yeah. They
You got
keep
bars
trying,
taken there,
man, but
Bailey, or what?
I've taken all
Big old
their
car
fucking
show.
ammunition away. They're just
Bailey,
gonna
you
whittle
gotta
away. I
not
told
to
you, man.
keep
See?
ignoring you. It's when you go in, there's people that
You're
keep
right,
you
man.
from
Okay.
talking.
No, but what I want to say pertains.
Lynn, suffer,
Okay.
because I enjoy it.
Okay.
So when
Long
Tina was
ting ling.
on earlier and she was saying that Bailey attacked
her first.
I'll catch up with you
That's
guys later.
also not true.
All right, boss.
I know, because Tina was coming out with all this stuff about skinning her looking for
Man,
coats.
she's triggered. I'm gonna hop out of here in 5 minutes too. I'm gonna hop out. We're talking. I'm not like Lynn. I can't put in 20 hours a day to this madness.
She had, Kathy Bates. And she had never come out and done a scope against Tina. She hadn't.
I know, but for God's sake, suspicious. So thank God you came in to relieve me. I couldn't that rescoping, man. It's a tough job.
And that scope came out about her.
That's why Lynn is so miserable. She's so happy that other drama came in so she can gather more. Yes. This is just... these are the days of our lives.
See, and she was trying so hard, man. So hard to make trouble, and she can't. She didn't want me to have peace with Joe Mosapien. She didn't want me to have peace with Tina. And guess what? She's got a 0. Now I've got tied with Scott too. So far, three this week.
You know, she's so upset about it, and then turns around and basically does
3-0.
Who does that?
Yeah, that's where we need. I mean, I'm not saying that I probably haven't been guilty of maybe going somewhere that I accused other. I don't think I'm capable of going to those depths.
Don't. You know what? I said the same thing.
But Lynn, I never attacked her mother or anything until after she threatened to come over here and dig up my dead dog and all kinds of stuff.
I do pray that if I do allow myself to get pushed to those depths, that I can somehow bring myself out of it. That's not where I want to be. Even if Claude and Scott and everybody, you know, they can say whatever they want to say. Vicious. I know it's true, and I mean, I don't know if it'll work, but I mean.
Yeah, we know that your son doesn't talk to you. You've never fed him. GPS was called to your house because when he was 14, because you didn't take care of malnutrition.
I have stopped.
Okay, you're a
over
fraud,
30
Lynn.
days. I didn't mention her, didn't think of
Vicious
her.
was right. She remembered that.
I'm going to walk away for a second. I'll be right back.
And the thing is,
at my house again.
And I mean, the reason I'm coming out and saying this is, I mean, I was friends with both of them.
Right.
You know, it's. I mean, I had nothing against Tina. Nothing.
Let me call you back. I'll call you back, Oksana.
I mean, I was in some of her scopes, and I had nothing against her until she did that. And when she did that, I was just like, oh my God, what kind of sick mind?
Well, I mean, you know, I know that people can, you know, I don't know. I mean,
her own daughter wouldn't even go home for the coronavirus.
We know people can go low.
She'd rather stay in a flat away from her mother.
Pushed hard enough, I couldn't go low because there's been times I'm not even going to say what I've felt like doing through some of this bullying. But I do know
I got a song for that, Lynn.
I do. It's more important to me that it stop.
Exactly.
You know.
Shut up, then.
And I will try to forego.
Stop bringing all this shit in your fucking goddamn scope all the time. It'll be over.
Scott,
I asked you to
this
leave
big
Vicious
fat
alone,
ugly
didn't I?
fuck that doesn't have a clue what I look like or anything about
now
me.
Here we are.
Are over there right now saying all kinds of shit. Well, I could be playing that and getting that going and keeping it going and start tit for tat.
That's exactly what she's doing.
I'm not judging. I'm
not
you based
off of what it is.
Right. I just wish. I mean, I just don't like to see anybody fight. Not like this. Not when police are being called, and that's wrong.
What are we listening to?
Tina should not.
Who is that person?
Especially not.
Did somebody invade and snatch her body? That's not Lynn.
Well, she's.
I think she's getting. I think she's got to maybe take a step back and calm down and not stay so. You know.
Oh,
I don't know.
Maybe we need to look at, is there some type of mediation that we can hire? Something.
No,
You're talking your glitching.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop out.
I'm going to file an injunction against Tina. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to. And if she don't shut up, then she'll go to jail.
Ling, ting, ling.
Bottom line.
Yourself, me, fuck 'em young.
Well, but you went down there and they wouldn't.
No, I didn't go down there to file an injunction. I didn't even give any videos because of how they treated Barker.
Ling, go fuck yourself.
Oh.
I was more supportive of what could be done, you know, for Kathy Barker than I was for myself.
It was even not for me. It was for my daughter.
Mm-hmm. It was all for a 9-year-old little girl. That's who it was for.
Right. Right.
And she doesn't even have her daughter. I don't give a fuck what she says. Tennessee Child Services did not call me to get a freaking character reference on her. That's just fucking stupid. I'm her enemy. Why would they call me for a character reference?
She had
Fucking moron.
Why would she even say that? That doesn't.
She said that. I'll play the recording. I'll play it in a few minutes when I go live.
Why would she say that they would call you for a character?
Because that's what Tina believes. That's why they called me, and that's not why they called me. They wanted proof that she was stalking and harassing. They were building a case against her.
Okay, I'm going to drop down and see if things clear up a little bit because they sound kind of glitchy.
I'm gonna call you later, Chauncey. I'll call you later tonight.
Okay, sounds good.
Did you get to say what you wanted?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. No.
Now, you know, she called me a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago, probably now.
I think it's your headphones, Bailey.
I don't have them on. Let me turn my volume down.
Okay, because it keeps giving staticky feedback. Or maybe go out and come back in. Maybe you need your earphones. I don't know.
Well, my earphones, Rhonda said, was loud as F a while ago. So that's still
maybe it's your volume because you're still loud.
I turned it way down. Is this any better?
Yeah, you got a powerful ass phone.
I guess I did. And I'm in the garage, so it's probably even stronger.
Maybe that's.
Yeah. Oh, Cassie, we got the chickens in the coop.
Good deal. Anyway. Yeah, Tina is, she's telling all you people I'm with Materna and Pam and Karen and all them. I didn't even know those people. I did not know any of them until Tina grouped me in with them. So what the fuck is with that? And then she's calling me saying, well, you're with these people. I'm like, no, I'm not. I wasn't even friends with them. I'm not even friends with them on Facebook. I didn't know who they were. But thanks to her, I do now. And I'm friends with, acquaintances with them.
Who's this Rhonda chick? She's got a pretty profile picture.
No, that's actually Valerie Harper. She used to be the actress that played in the TV series Rhoda.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why her name, Rhoda. It was a spinoff from the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Oh, I used to watch that with my grandma.
Uh-huh. It used to come on after school. And Rhoda came on after school for a while. And they used to run those reruns after 3 o'clock. Well, we didn't have cable, so.
I'm going to hop down from here because my daughter's going to give me a piano lesson. So,
okay.
Highlight.
All right.
But I'll talk to you guys.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to drop down too, Lynn. I get anxiety when I'm up here by myself unless I'm on Barker's.
Well, you don't have to stay. There's no reason to get anxiety. I'm not going to bite you.
I know you're not going to bite me.
I just hope that, I hate to see people be hurt.
Well, you know what? I do too. I do too.
I mean, because the thing is, you're getting,
she want to be the fucking peacemaker of everybody, but she can't make peace within her fucking self.
And your dog.
She just got through
and I know it's hurtful
the same motherfucking
for her,
thing.
for the mom.
Well,
I mean, you can't deny it's not less hurtful for one than the other.
But
exactly.
that is in the past.
You eat your inflicting the pain.
Bitch,
I
agree.
In the past. I do agree with you on that, but like Lady Johnson came up here and said, I didn't attack her first.
Right, I know that, but maybe if everybody could sit back and just say what it is, when will it be enough? When she cries? And that's
always clips of her crying in my messenger. No, that's not going to be enough.
Well, I really hate that she called the police. I think that's
Well, that's a paper trail for Barker now.
I mean, just based on that, that's not.
I'm wondering if they're going to show up at that vacant lot where KK doxed me at, where Tina thinks she knows where I live.
Say what I got to say, and I'll get the fuck out of there. That bitch don't be no explanation. What the fuck you gonna do?
I told everybody I live in Port Arthur. What he had pulled up was Nederland, and that was not me. I'm not related to no Sandersons, and that address in Nederland is not mine. And actually, I passed by it yesterday, and it is a vacant field.
Because they're going to be with the mess anyway.
Oh, wow.
So, and that's not even actually Spock Road is outside of city limits, so that would be the sheriff department.
I have not got nothing to say except for Tina's a liar. I'm just up here to keep Bailey comforted. That's all. I'm Bailey's cheerleader, okay?
My cheerleader. I don't need a cheerleader. I'm actually trying to be fairly decent here.
You are. You're being fair. You're being fair.
I mean, I am tired of a lot of things, and I wish a lot of people would leave a lot of people alone. And
I agree.
It's not going to happen. You know, I mean, me and Kathy Barker, I call in on her lives, you know, when she goes live, and if, you know, we're only being messed with by 2 people right now, you know.
Right.
And that's mainly who we talk about. But Tina goes from 1 to 15 different people, you know. I mean, it's great. Stop it. You know, and then when you get all these troll accounts and you're saying, "Oh, this is Bailey, this is Barker," you know, it's actually not us. You know, we see it through Mandy's replays, and it's rescopes, and it's not us. But she thinks, you know, that we're in there, and we're not in there. We see hers through, not even all of them, through when Mandy
giving us
rescopes.
too much information, girl.
Yep.
I mean, and the weird thing is, see, do y'all understand the difference between Tina calling the police on Bailey and me reporting a strange picture showing Barker, sorry. You'll probably have to connect.
You know, like earlier, you know, Tamara was up here saying that I sent Val's pictures. You know, I sent shit to Val's house. I was in a chat with Val, and I never knew Val's address until Judy had made a chat and somebody had posted her address in there. And those, whatever had been sent to Val, she had already said something had been sent to her house. So I didn't know her address whenever something was sent to her house until we were all in that chat. And then Judy made that page. I think it's called Who Cares? So Tamara's full of crap. Tamara just wants to instigate. And Daisy's right. You know, I'll go on her scopes, but we don't speak. We don't talk to each other.
I do that with a lot of people.
You know, I don't. We actually do not conversate. You know, but I think Val knows. You know, in her heart of hearts that I didn't do that because I didn't, and I did admit to contacting her sister. Yes, I did. You know, there was a conflict on her Who Mad page, and there was pictures of my kids up there. So,
I'm with people.
Get a little bit off the box. I took it a little bit too far, and you know, maybe I shouldn't have done that, and I was kind of wrong for that. But still, you know, I wanted to get back at them because my picture. Why post my pictures, kids, on your page? You know what I'm saying? At least mark my kid's face out and put my pictures back up if that's what, you know, would have made you comfortable. You know, but I had a small little page I had called Patriots Against Bullying or something like that. I don't remember the name of it, and I put on there, you know, everybody 24-hour notice, remove them pictures of my kids, or I'm gonna start posting pictures of yours. And they doubled down and started commenting on it. And NJ's not lying whenever she says that. You know, they kept commenting on it, and it stayed up at the top of the page constantly. And there's 2 of my kids' faces, my daughter and one of my children, my son. And I posted a picture of Valerie's son, and I made a meme out of it. This is what happens, Mommy, whenever you post other kids' pictures online.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, and she ran to the police department. Nothing was done about it, you know, because for one thing, don't do it to me and I won't do it to you. I was asking and asking and asking, take it down, take it down, take it down. And, you know, we were all fighting and it just didn't happen. And, you know, is there some animosity between me and Val? Probably so. You know, I don't hold any hard feelings against her. You know, she thinks, you know, I did this or I did that. I did messaging her sister. You know, if I sent something to her house, I would admit it, you know, but I never sent anything to the lady's house. I did send something to her sister. Those pictures that came out. Do I know if they're real or not? I don't know. Matt says they're photoshopped. I don't know. And now, honestly, I don't even give a shit.
Right.
I don't even. It's almost a year ago, and who cares?
But it could cause problems for her if they try to, you know, send more pictures or do.
The devil advocate.
Why cause the problem?
Devil advocate, though.
Bailey,
I
mean,
Bailey does not sound mentally ill to me at all. Bailey sounds completely level-headed, normal. Maybe you need to share what medications you take with Tina, because I don't think her health is working.
Okay, if Judy did any lives today, why do you have a page trying to be firefighter? I mean, come on now. But Judy did a video today. I didn't see it. But during Mandy's video, that 4-hour video, I was on it, but I fell asleep during it. And I fall asleep on Kathy's times too whenever she goes live late at night. You know, I take medicine. It freaking knocks me out.
Judy did a video
You should have said
accusing
that.
her of being a pedo.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
I'm sick of people throwing that word around. I really am.
Yeah.
You know, without any evidence, you know, throwing it around.
That diminishes the whole point of labeling people a pedophile.
Absolutely.
That's no way to do for the kids. You know, that's not justice for the kids. That's all I know.
But the other morning, for Tina to have DJ KK at 5:26 in the morning, you know, somebody's getting a hold of me saying, "Hey, somebody just called me. They're doxing you on this page. I mean, on this scope live right now." And I'm like, "What in the actual fuck?" And I recorded it, you know, and
from 3 o'clock,
you know, egging him on, and oh, that's her. Oh, it wasn't me.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know your name. Tina had me so confused, or I would have called you on Messenger myself.
Yeah, that ISLS. That's not my name.
Lynn just opened the door to the Pandora
She was
box.
grasping at straws. She was so excited. I don't think she could think straight how to spell her own name.
She gonna wish she didn't open
and
that.
Riviera.
No one should be calling anybody a pedo.
But
yeah.
No one should
gonna
be
know her.
I mean, he sucks at doxing for one thing, you know. He's, oh, well, let me get her driver's license. He couldn't even get that, but you know what? It took me 3 minutes to get his online.
So tell me how, because somebody has an accent, how can you tell they're throwing up gang signs? Please tell me.
I would like to know that too. And at that point in time, my children are getting ready to go to work. They're not on this app. None of my kids are on this app.
No, that was Tina playing it off like it was.
I have no. And somebody messaged me and told me that Tina said that it was me or my kids, and you know, whenever I told him, I was like, "Get my last name," you know.
Okay,
Judy was, well, that's how you say. But he was drunk.
Bailey,
you know, he lost shit, and he needs to just, you know, come live and say, drunk out
if you'll stop for a minute, I never accused Claude Siegel of molesting his daughter. I only ever repeated what Claude Siegel told me about his pain medication prescriptions. Now, I won't go into detail, but I know specifically what I said, Claude. I never said you molested your daughter. Not one time. I will do a scope and go into detail exactly what you told me if you would like that, Claude. Thank you. Go ahead.
Well, Tina accused Kathy Barker of molesting somebody's 8-year-old little girl the other day, so I'm pretty sure Barker sympathized with you.
It's ridiculous. You know, I know for a fact what it is with Claude. He does all these fucking drugs and he can't remember.
Same with Tina. That's why she just calls everybody the same thing and says everybody, "Oh, you're mad because I don't talk to you no more." No, that's not true. She gets jealous if you go into Barker's page, or, you know, I'm friends with everybody on all platforms. I really am, except for Tina. I have nothing against. I see all your guys' fights back and forth, but I have no idea what they are, so I'm not going to speak on it. I know all the problems Tina has caused everybody else, and if I know for a fact, I will tell them what she said. I don't have to lie to nobody about anything. We're all adults. If we can't handle the truth, then I don't know what to say.
Yeah. Well, Tina will say things, and then, like, recorded her conversation, because Tina called Kathy about two weeks ago, and Kathy would call her out on, well, why'd you say that? Well, why'd you say this? You know, or I was mad. I mean, don't say something that's not true just because you're mad or because you don't like that person.
I did say I was and Tina's dogs because I was mad. I did say that because I was mad. That's the truth.
If you know something to be a fact, yeah, go it out. But I mean, if it's you don't know it to be true or it didn't come out of that person's mouth, then don't even say it. But that's Tina's thing. She likes to lie about a lot of shit, make shit up on people and everything else. Like the other day, calling Kathy, God, I'm here. You know damn well, bitch wasn't over in freaking New Jersey. How stupid is that?
I know.
I don't know if he's on any kind of pain medicine. I don't know a lot about him. I just started watching him here recently, but shit, I was on pain medicine for my back, but I just got off of it, and all I take now is tramadol. That's it. I have tramadol and naproxen because sometimes, it's moderate, but when it's real bad, I'll take a tramadol. 50 milligrams.
Okay,
That's
Bailey,
it.
stop. You telling too
No
much
big
of your
deal.
business over there, girl.
But I also
Stop
take
it.
my shrink meds. So there's not a lot, I can do. I like Blue Eyed Baker. You got to get to know her, and you got to take her with a grain of salt.
I hope Claude realizes that what he says about my family,
Well, we offered, Kathy Barker and myself offered to do a private with him, but
Damn, she turned it back on Clyde.
I guess that just didn't
What even
happen. I mean,
on Clyde?
no
Like, why
issues
you bringing
whatsoever
up
doing
that
private with him.
again? Well,
No, I
nobody
Well,
didn't
even
suggest
told
I've
that
me
to him.
33.
FBI on him. That I don't know who done that, but no, I've never called the FBI on him.
and I tell you, it just really irks people's souls. Now they stay 24/7. They've actually got admitted shifts.
Kitten.
That 33 takes the morning shift. Vicious takes
Damn.
the midday shift, and then
That's
Shauna
okay.
takes the
Help
evening
herself.
shift to watch and monitor me.
Well, I've never seen people do
So
soaps how Vicious does hers. That was new to me. I've never seen that.
Oh, baby, you're talking too
yeah,
much.
it's some type of
I do fall asleep if it's late at night. I do fall asleep. I fall asleep on the phone with Kathy Barker all the time. I fell asleep on Mandy's scope, and the next morning, that's when I knew it turned out to be a 4-hour long one. I had no earthly idea it was that long, but I fell asleep with the in my ears because I was just listening and not commenting, but ain't no telling what all was said or what all I missed, and I tried to go back and watch some of it, but it's just too long. 4 hours is too much for me.
Yes, it is.
it is at
I have
one
too many
time.
animals to take care of to be watching a 4-hour video.
Right, a life to live.
Yeah, that's
I mean, when my
true.
kids aren't here, I can come on here. But if my kids are here,
Well, of course.
unless I'm in my bedroom by myself, if I'm in around them, to be honest, even when they're on the phones, they do not like me to be on the phone.
Oh yeah, that explosion, Lady Chauncey. Yeah, she did. She pretty much cut down everybody who lives in Texas, and says that we all live in shacks because we live around these refineries. These are $200,000 and $300,000 homes built all around these refineries. She is out of her freaking mind. I do not live close to a refinery. My mother does, about 3 blocks away, but I don't. Oh yeah, and we have cracks under our doors big enough for the rats to come in. Yeah.
Let's
Wow.
pay attention. What Tina says about one, she says about all.
Well, I mean, the thing is,
What I'm saying is not accusation.
I don't want to. I'm hoping it's got to stop. I mean, they're not going to do anything to any of y'all. Tina does not have anything solid enough for people to do anything to help her. And the sad thing about it is, if she does, she's ruining any case she would have because of what she's saying and doing.
That's
I'm sorry
exactly right.
she may get mad at me, but this is not the way to handle it. Not at all. You don't see me provoking Claude.
Nope, I
Not
don't.
at all.
Oh, girl.
I mean, I'm not going to cower and run away, but
Yes, you,
you know,
you do
I
have a
can be
gorgeous jacket.
A lot of
Huh?
people in Texas have
Lady
beautiful
Puppy.
homes. I don't know what she's talking about.
Right, exactly.
You know, she must think just because she lives in a poor town and she has a brand new home that
Well,
she is renting.
that's not a necessarily poor town. I mean, small towns around the South, they're quaint. They're not poor.
Well, Tina claims it is the poorest town in Tennessee. That's what she has said. I don't know. I haven't been there. I've lived 2 towns over. I'm from Crossville, which is only 2 towns over from Tina.
Crossbow?
Crossville, yes.
Oh, Crossville. Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah. So for me to run into her is not like it could. I mean, it could be a very good coincidence. Just saying. So she needs to shut her mouth. She really does. She needs to change her ways, shut her mouth, and all these problems would diminish, I'm quite sure, over time as people start forgiving each other, you know? But she can't keep opening the same wound she made and expect it to get better. She can't do that. Don't tell me I molested my brother for 8 hours after he just had passed away and expect me not to say something.
No, but she was saying that you were saying something about her and she warned you.
That is, you know what? She called me a brother fucker, which was bad enough. It was bad enough to make me go live for the first time in my life with anybody. And when she called me the brother fucker, that was it. I was done. And then she even upped that. I mean, I did try saying some things in the comments because she wouldn't let me up. I did. But that's why I kept saying things in the comment, because she wouldn't let me up. And then when she said that, well, you know, you can't go no lower than that. That's as low as anybody could go.
Well, you know, I wouldn't say that, because believe me, every time I've thought that, somebody's been able to surprise me.
Oh, Lord.
So, I mean, really and truly.
I'm sorry. But this app is vicious and cruel. And no, I'm not saying that about Vicious, the girl on here scoping. I'm just saying.
But she is vicious and cruel, but I understand.
It is. It's a mean app.
Right. It is, for sure.
But go ahead, Tammy. I didn't see you up here, so I just looked at my phone.
Hey, Sherry, how you doing?
Tammy Weimer, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I don't think.
Hey, Sherry, you might have to go out and back in because she can't hear you.
I'll be back.
She can hear you, but you can't hear her.
Okay, I'll be back.
Okay.
I feel real bad for her. I know she's been through a lot this last year.
Is that Greta
it's sad.
The bead?
But Lynn,
what?
I wonder what CAD number she's on right now.
Everybody's in a lot, I'll tell you that.
24.
Okay, now, in all honesty,
laughing at
have you heard me really say anything mean about Shauna in your scope today?
No.
Well, she is so mad right now. Excuse me, I'm laughing so hard, and I've got a freaking migraine from all this today. She just said in Daisy Scope that she was like, Daisy, I hope you don't mind, but I'm letting you know right now, I'm going live on Tamara tonight. And it's like, Matt goes, yeah, we're going to wreck her.
I mean, it's like insane. It's like, we've got to be wrecking someone at all times. We can't just have normal, some type of normal conversations or try to, support each other.
I mean, I'm dying. All I said today was literally when Judy's the one that brought up the whole thing about Shauna's surgery this morning. And all I said was, well, Judy must have been there to hold Shauna's hand. And the only reason I said that is because Judy's always claiming, you're not there. You don't know me. You don't speak for me. But yet Judy's always speaking for her friends.
Right.
But anyhow, I just wanted to ruin the spoiler because I guarantee you I know what they're going to do. And I'll make it real quick. You know me, I don't really like being up here. When I first met Rob last year, and I found out that because he was periscoping I actually put in Periscope that I wanted to see periscopes from my area. And that's how I found Rob, because he was, in the same county as me. And so I was listening to him a while, and then one night he was talking about this place that, is by us called Luigi's. And I was like, after about a week of listening to him and thinking he sounded like a nice person, although I have not dated, I don't want to date anybody since my last boyfriend who passed away last June. Plus, I already know I'm way too old for Rob. Plus, sorry, you call me racist, but I've only dated one black guy in my whole life, and I'm not going back. Okay. Sorry, Rob, not sorry. And I'm not being racist saying that. But anyhow, I just happened to say one time in a scope, I was like, oh, you like Luigi's too? I said, because I'm a friendly person. I was like, oh, we should meet up one time. And he was like, yeah, that'd be cool. We could scope it. And that was it. And then it was literally a couple of days later, I found out that he was talking to Shauna. And when Shauna saw that I was talking to Rob like that, apparently Shauna put an end to that very quickly. Because then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Rob blocked me. And I was like, what? So I messaged Rob on Facebook and on Twitter. I think even Instagram. I was like, why did you block me? I didn't do anything to you. I thought we were going to be friends. And so I'm sure they're going to put all of this out here tonight.
Oh, well, Shauna just said you accused of her of killing yourself, of telling you to kill herself or something.
No, okay. Now her boyfriend, Rob, told me to go. There's a bridge here called the Y Bridge. And unfortunately, there's been so many suicides on that bridge that they had to put up a 12-foot fence on it to keep people from jumping off of it. Well, after Rob and Shauna started dating each other and Rob decided he didn't like me for no reason, Rob told me on that night that me and Izzy and everybody was having that conversation to go jump off the Y Bridge and kill myself. So today I was being sarcastic and Shauna said, hey, Weimer, don't go away mad. Just go away. And I was like, oh, so you want me to kill myself like your boyfriend? It was a freaking joke. These people, it's like
that's all they've got. Because
they can make jokes. They can make jokes. They can put us down and say whatever they've called me mental, a drunk, this, that, the other. But God forbid I just make a joke. So let her scope. I think it's going to be hilarious. If she wants to call me a drunk, guess what, Shauna? I'm going to walk down to the gas station here in about an hour and I'm going to get me a 6-pack tonight. And I'm going to sit back.
You mean you're going to get that gas station beer?
I'm going to give me that gas station natty light.
Damn. I didn't think real women supposed to drink beer from a gas station.
Oh, you're a drunk if you do.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, yeah. I didn't know.
I guess if I sat back and, my Corona like Shauna does, then that's a classy drunk. So, but yeah, it's going to be funny. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to watch. I'm not going to respond.
Well, she said that you told her in my scope, you said earlier that I told you to kill yourself in LYIN's scope.
What the hell is she talking about?
I don't know, but I guess she's probably got it recorded, so I'm sure.
Right. I said, what? Do you want me to go kill myself? Like your boyfriend does. I did say that. Do you want me to go kill myself? Like your boyfriend does. Shauna, do you want me to go kill myself like your boyfriend wants me to kill myself? not only Rob, but didn't 33 just say, and 33's denying this today. 33 said the other night that I was drunk and this and that, and that if it was up to him, I would be exterminated. So now 33 saying, I have never said nothing like that about you. These people don't even remember. They say I have a bad memory.
Yeah.
And at least I admit that I do, But yeah, it's gonna be entertaining tonight, I have a feeling. I mean, Shauna said that she got woken up this morning to me talking about her. I was in a scope listening to Judy talking about her. And all I said was, I guess Judy was there to hold Shauna's hand, but all of a sudden, Shauna had it all turned around saying that she got woken up because I was talking about her. I told Shauna she needs to go back and watch that scope. I think that was Val's. I don't know, it was Val's or yours. Like I said, my memory's bad. One or the other. All right, well, I just want to let you know it's going to be hilarious. I mean, I have a feeling this whole night's going to be a joke, and I'm glad I'm going to bed early, but...
Oh. So Karen is actually saying that in her 50 years on this earth, she's never carried a 6-pack of beverages outside of a convenience store. Seriously?
Oh, I'm sorry, Karen.
Wow.
Sorry, Karen, that I can't go to the liquor
Oh,
store.
I guess you have to. Well, y'all buy it at the liquor store? Our liquor store doesn't sell beer in wine.
I guess I should go to the liquor store instead and buy a bottle of vodka and walk out with that.
Oh, yeah, the vodka, yeah.
Yeah, and I'd be classy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Let's go for the 13% alcohol instead of the 3%. If I go for the 13% alcohol, I'll be less of a drunk than going for the 3%. Do they make sense? Do you see how stupid they sound?
Of course you drink bourbon, Miss Amy. You're a Kentucky girl.
Oh, I can't drink. I don't drink like me.
All good Kentucky girls know their bourbon.
Yeah, no, I know you girls do, but I don't drink liquor at all. No liquor.
It's more the whiskey.
Not even wine. Too much alcohol for me. I'm a lightweight. Oh, you want to hear my beer cans again then?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we'll be hearing them tonight. The wind chimes. That's why they call me wind chimes. Yeah, this is what Matt says. That's my beer cans clanging.
Never beer from a gas station.
Yep, kid.
That kind of sounds like do it again. It kind of sounds like gourds or like the bamboo. Is that bamboo?
It's all bamboo, yeah. But then this one is not. This one.
Yeah, that one sounds.
Oh, and then I have my little tiny ladybug one. It's so pretty. Yeah. Oh, I love wind chimes. That's why they call me wind chimes.
Well, now, Amy Lynn, I didn't say that.
No, they call you wind chimes because you have enough beer cans to supply the entire state.
That lady is crazy.
Of course, you don't drink from the can.
If you're a little kid walking past our house,
when you have
like walking across the street.
Matters.
Well, you know what? I have been a country girl most of my life. I grew up on farms, and I wasn't the one that was riding the horses all the time. I was the one baling hay, cleaning out the stalls, feeding the horses in the mornings, even out in the pasture, riding on the back of a freaking flatbed tractor.
I think it's ridiculous. I mean, people just...
I drink straight from the can.
I can remember in the summertime drinking from the damn garden hose in the yard.
Yep.
I mean, come on, give me a break.
And I
believe somebody is a snob. That's one of our biggest sellers is the beer in the wine cooler. But okay, be a snob.
I still drink straight from the can.
I sure wouldn't want to serve her if she came back. I may get her picture and post it so she can't be served. We definitely don't want the likes of her around any of our convenience stores.
The only dainty thing that I do before I drink from my beer can is I do wipe the top of the beer can off because it's nasty. And I'm not going to put my lips on a beer can that's been sitting in a store.
Yeah, I usually get bottled beer anyway.
Yeah. Well, they don't sell the beer that I like in bottles, but I like the weak beer. The beer I get is like watered down, you know. It's a real weak beer.
I like variety anyway.
Yeah.
I've gotten to where there's so many new things out there. I find myself, sometimes I'll go to this craft beer store. It's a gas station too.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, but it's full of all kind of different ales and ciders, and I mean, it's amazing what they're doing with beer now.
These
or I guess
who
it's
have
not even
absolutely
considered
no
beer.
palate
Ale,
for malt beverages.
Well, should we really give them a big brain hemorrhage here? And let me tell them this. Y'all listening? Most of the time, I just walk right across the street to the bait shop, and buy a 6-pack, y'all.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me?
I am trash. I am trash. God.
Hey, Karen, I didn't say that my mama gave me the garden hose, you dumbass. I just said I wasn't so good that I couldn't turn the water on and take a drink out of the hose. Idiot.
Oh my God, we used to drink out of the water hose.
Can you believe that this wannabe acts like she's never drank out of a can? She's never bought any type of alcoholic beverage from a convenience store. And she's never drank water from a water. I wonder if she's drank from a water fountain.
I still drink from the hose, and I have well water. I don't care. If I'm outside and I'm working in my garden.
We had well water too. Best water you've ever put in your mouth. Damn, it was good.
Yeah,
I wish I could get it hooked back up.
I would love for Shauna to come by my house one day and catch me out in my garden with my hands all dirty and my face all dirty, sweating, hair up, holding that hose and just drinking right from it. And then she can get on Scope and do a whole scope about me and what trash I am while I have my can of Natty Light out there with me too. Trash. I'm such trash.
Bait shop beer. You've never heard of bait shop beer?
Bait shop. Yep, that's where I go. Walk on over to the bait shop.
I mean, it's all bottled in the same place.
Exactly.
As a matter of fact, it's probably usually more expensive in the bait shop or the convenience store than it would be if you bought it at, say, Sam's or Costco.
Oh, you know what? Let's really gross them out. Usually when I go over to the bait shop and grab my 6-pack, I go up to the counter and I sit it down. And you know what the cashier is usually doing?
What?
Counting maggots
gross.
To put in individual containers to sell. And I set my beer right up there on it. Oh, it's horrible. And worms. Oh my God. Oh, fish, everything. But the maggots are the best. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just so unclassy. Oh.
Man, I can tell you, when we were doing home health, we used to stop in some back roads groceries and, to eat lunch or whatever and get us a fried bologna sandwich or
oh, I love fried bologna.
A mess of sauce and crackers for lunch. Hell, get us a moon pie and an RC cola. You do much better than that.
I still do fried bologna. I love it. Ooh. With mayonnaise.
Well, I got to say, since I've paid more attention what I'm putting in my body, I do not do the meats like that like I used to.
Oh, you know what? Actually, now that you brought that up, I'm going to message you on Twitter. Because,
okay.
I got a phone call from my doctor last week, and I do have, I'm not going to go on here and tell what it is, but a couple of little health issues that are going on. And I have to change my diet, and I have no idea. I've been Googling and everything, and hopefully you can give me some tips on things to avoid, maybe. So
yeah, sure. I have no problem with that. As long as you will not hold me liable, because I do hear that Karen is out there looking for clients to sue me.
Oh, does that mean that if I die, it's going to be your fault?
Probably.
Yeah, because I know you're blamed for everybody else's, People are insane.
If you gain weight, it'll be my fault. If you lose
Yeah.
weight, it'll be my fault. If you grow hair, it'll be my fault. And I'm sure if if your dog gets worms, it's probably going to be my fault.
Exactly. Because whatever you told me to eat, I dropped it on the floor and the damn dog ate it.
It's really amazing.
All right, honey. Well, I'm going to go because I got to walk over to the bait shop and grab my 6-pack.
Well, damn, yeah, get back before dark so you can get started on it, girl.
And then she'll be back
Thanks
in
for letting me up.
Another one.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, bye.
Bye. Hey, Joe. Are they quiet? Or is it frozen? Anybody else can call in. It's amazing the chat over there. Hey, Joe, when you were growing up, did you drink out of if you were out in the yard and you were hot or whatever, or like you were going through the sprinkler, because we used to like put the water hose up on the trampoline, did you not drink from the water hose? What kind of a snob acts like they've never drank from a water hose? Oh my God, I can't imagine having a mother like that.
Bitch, you a snob.
That's probably true. What in the hell is... Oh, hold on a minute. Let me go. I'll be right back. I need to let the dogs in. Okay, Diane?
Oh, whatever. I'm outside too.
I'll be right back. Hold on. Sorry about it. I got the little ones out there.
That lady sitting here and
Okay, I'm
contradicting
driving my old
herself
man.
all day.
Your old, your pup.
Yeah.
How
I
old is your pup?
never.
He's
When she say that, she lying.
12. He'll be 13.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he had a stroke too a couple of years ago, so he's not quite the way he used to be, but it's okay. I still love him.
Oh.
But yeah, drink out of a hose. Hell, we drank out of a freshwater spring.
Yeah.
Same spring we were playing in with our feet and everything else. It's probably cleaner than anything that comes out of my faucet these days.
Right. And back then, the water was actually good water,
Oh, I'm sure it still is.
No, I meant in the hose, not the spring water. Yeah, of course the spring water is. I wouldn't even begin to know where a good clean spring is this day and age.
Well, I grew up in
California, in the
Virginia.
Bay Area, bitch.
Oh, wow.
Crystal Springs.
There was a freshwater
How
spring
about that,
there.
bitch? We sell our water. How
Even
about that,
like
bitch?
later, because that was down from my grandparents' house or my grandfather's house. And later we moved to a house, and that house had a cistern, and it was filled by a freshwater spring.
Just some water, bitch.
Oh, wow.
The water was pumped from the spring into the cistern. So that's what came into our house. And then when my grandfather passed away, we moved, actually, my dad inherited his house, so we moved back down there, so I was back where the spring was. But,
she's
we'd be in the spring. We were kids. We'd be in the spring. We were playing with, we called them crawdads. I guess they were crawfish. I don't know. We never cooked them. We just played with them.
Right.
And we got
digging for them, too.
and we got thirsty. We just grabbed some water and drink it because, whatever. I mean, it was so clear that, you didn't see anything in it, nothing. So these people are crazy.
Yeah, really. Totally.
I don't know. And I think that's why kids are so sick today. Catch so much stuff because, oh, don't touch that. It's dirty. Don't, whatever. Yeah, I think we ate dirt.
I definitely think that for sure. Yeah, I can remember eating, dropping some stuff and.
Let him in the house. Let him in. Let
I
him in.
definitely think we've
Hold on.
kind of proven that.
Let him in the house. What's wrong with you?
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
There sounds like there's a little scruffle going on.
Well, the thing is, I have a cat that will attack Vigo, my younger dog, every time he comes in the house. So Vigo's picked up that habit from the cat. So whenever the older dog tries to get in the house, he tries to attack him. It's worse than having kids. There's always somebody going at somebody. Yeah, I have 2 cats and 2 dogs, so it's a never-ending scuffle. But yeah, see, I mean, to me, scopes like this are fun, where people get on and talk about, I mean, like tomorrow, talking about, bake shop beer. Sweet.
Well, that's because I was over there reading comments from Karen saying how she's never, ever been caught carrying beer out of a gas station. Well, we don't have anymore. And then she said her mother would never let her drink out of a garden hose. And she never drank anything out of anything but glass until she got to college. And then it was a solo cup.
I know this bitch ain't talking about somebody being snooty, Miss I'm Perfect Southern Lady.
I've drank out of mason jars. You see?
That's right.
And I got no shame.
That's probably why I've got a line of credit like she wouldn't believe. And she has what she has.
Oh, boy, so do I. I mean, yeah. When I went to buy a car after so many years, the guy was like, do you have any idea how much available credit you have? And I said, no. And he goes, it's seriously high.
Oh, yeah.
And he was joking with me at first. He said, you might have to get a co-signer on this loan. And I was like, what? And he goes, well, I mean, your credit score is only, it was like really super high. And I was like, stop it. And that's when he said, you have any idea how much available credit you have? And I really didn't. I mean, I really didn't. But it's incredible. I pretty much could go buy a house to flip with credit cards.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and based on not everybody can do that. Can go pay cash for a house,
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't pay cash for one. I don't have the cash. But I could cash advance on credit cards and I could go buy a house to flip.
Right.
And it would be, cash that I was paying for it. So
Lord.
That's what I said.
I guess she thinks she's funny.
I just can't just
lay brag all you want, but you got nothing on me.
She's sitting over there laughing at herself. I mean, okay. Okay.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of them do that, and I'm like, yeah, sometimes think, do you laugh at yourself because nobody else does?
Right. Especially when you know the truth about her and you're thinking, really, do you not realize that majority of the people out here, they smile and they go, okay, yeah, but they all know about you. They all know what a fraud you are. And you just keep out there just spamming it up.
Yeah.
I bet you didn't pay cash for them, though, did you? See, we don't borrow for our cars. We pay cash, Karen. We don't do like that.
I did
But
borrow for
okay.
mine. I didn't have the
Right.
cash to buy it, but
Right.
I got an interest rate that was so low that, hey, it for me.
Well, we've been blessed.
So I did have a friend tell
But
me, in
but
fact, my next
it
door
doesn't
neighbor
come from
told me, he said,
it doesn't come from buying $30 salads every night.
yeah, I mean, my next door neighbor flat out told me, he said, do not pay your house off. You lose all the write-offs. Don't pay it off. He said, you're better off if you don't. So, and he's right. I would pay so much in taxes if I didn't have this house. So
I did notice even where we are, these taxes are going up.
LYIN, I went up all over the country. I really do. I've heard so many people talking about the money they had to pay to catch up their escrow. So,
see again, that's luckily we've been blessed.
I mean, I have an escrow because I have a mortgage. So,
right.
I forgot. Only God could bless
I've heard a lot
LYIN.
of
We
people
all
talking
don't get
about that. My
blessed.
friend last
Only
night
LYIN
was
gets the
saying,
blessing.
she had to pay a huge chunk of money to catch up her escrow to keep her payment from going up so much. And even then, your payment still goes up because they're estimating your taxes to be so much higher. So, they're going to get it somewhere. They're not just going to wait until the end of the year and say, oh, by the way, you're low again or short again.
They should visit other scopes, but they can't.
Whatever.
They stuck on this repeat.
No maggots. Oh, no. She just got back in there.
Is she at the store?
I guess so.
No,
she said she
Gretel,
just got
you at the bait shop, baby?
She's a masturbator now. Oh my.
Oh my goodness.
Gretel's at the bait shop buying beer and there's no maggots today.
Oh boy.
Why did Karen say you should never have your house paid off?
No, Karen
Why
didn't.
did she say that?
No, Karen didn't say that.
No, I'm reading her comment.
Oh.
You should never have your house paid off. True, good girl.
Well, I know my payments were cheaper before I paid my house off because the taxes and the insurance was included in the house payment, which was very cheap.
Huh?
It was cheaper for me to keep insurance and tax went with my house payment.
Right.
And my house payment was very low. So after I paid the house off, forget about it. It was crazy expensive after that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I know, kind of backwards.
What they talking about is going over a lot of they fucking people's audience head right
But
now.
wouldn't
They're
it be
really
better to have it paid
most
off
of those motherfuckers
rather than
thinking.
not?
Well, no, it costs you more after you pay it off, actually. It did for me anyway.
I just don't know how
And the thing
anything
is,
is
too,
paid
you don't
off
get
for
the
LYIN
write-off.
when she was on Section 8
Right.
and all this other shit when her
You get the
husband
write-off.
passed.
Well,
I
I
don't know
guess
how
it's
that
been
can
paid
happen.
off so many
Bitch,
years that
just be
I don't think I
honest
would
and
need
say
to
you
go
pay a
borrow just
mortgage
to
Yeah,
or
have
as
it.
some
long as
rent.
you've got a
Just be
mortgage,
honest
you
with your
get the
life.
write-off, like for the property taxes and for the interest on the
But
mortgage.
you can write off your property taxes anyway.
Well, probably, but
Yeah,
I don't have the money
I
to
don't
pay
know.
my house off.
Personally, I would rather. I'm pretty happy with my house paid off. I
Me
mean,
too. I feel
think it's a
safe.
bad deal.
I feel safe with it being paid off.
Yeah.
I just bought mine too
it,
late in life.
yeah, I can't imagine somebody not wanting their house paid off.
I mean, I didn't start in my 20s or 30s like a lot of people. My first house I bought, I was 50 years old.
Wow.
So that was on my own.
Better late than never.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, I had one with my ex-husband, but
That
my very
counts.
first house. It counts? No, it doesn't, because we were in California
Oh,
and
never mind.
yeah,
That says it all right there.
we lost our butts, and that's why I didn't buy a house for so long, because I was scared to buy one. I really was.
California surprised me. I didn't expect to see what I saw. I seen like little shacks right next to these big, beautiful houses, and then a little shack, and then trailers put together. You know,
We don't have no shacks and trailers put together.
I was surprised.
We had a real nice house, like 4 miles from the beach.
Shut the fuck up.
In California. And we lost.
Talking about? I probably ain't even stepped foot in California.
Let me see.
Talk about California. Shut the
$75,000 on that house when we sold.
Wow.
We had
That's
been
the
in it 5
motherfucking
years,
community that bitch live in.
and we lost $75,000.
Shut the fuck up.
It was. I mean, it was a terrible time. It was like mid-90s. It was a horrible time.
Fucking 2-bedroom cottage to
And
go for $500,000 in the hood, bitch. You couldn't even afford
you don't just get over that
Can
overnight.
somebody put a lien against your house if it's paid off? I don't know. Can they?
For taxes, they can.
I know for taxes, but can people? Like people that claim you owe them money?
No.
Fucking hell is shit.
I don't know. There's just a thing in the comments, something like that. Liens.
I don't think so.
I know a homeowners association can file what's called a les pendens. You know, I don't think they wouldn't necessarily be able to get possession of your house, but if the house sold it all, they would get their claim.
I don't even know who said that shit, but that was some ignorant shit I ever
if there's
heard.
like a contractor or something that works on the house and doesn't get paid, they can file a les pendens.
Yeah, they put a lien on it.
Sure. Yeah,
trailers and shit.
Yep,
bitch.
Very true.
God.
But that's why too. I carry a tremendous
Miss
amount
Sabrina,
of
do you
insurance.
happen to have any tequila?
Because I have a pool, which is a major
And I have
liability.
Corona.
Oh, definitely.
And my ex-husband.
Yes, I would like
got
a shot
sued.
of tequila. But
And
no,
he ended up
Corona. You can keep
filing
that.
bankruptcy because it was a car wreck.
I got
The girl
that
almost died.
1800 silver.
And there was no way he had enough insurance to cover her medical bills. So we had really high insurance then. And
all I have is
when I
bourbon
bought
left. I
his
drank all
house,
my vodka and I
my
drank all my
agent
rum.
said, you know, you drive a BMW.
I am
People
the
are
reason
going to
of
think you
Mr.
have
Coffee.
money, and they're going to sue you if you have a car wreck. You need to have an umbrella policy. And so that's what I did.
I like Remy for my bedtime
with
shot.
all these ambulance chasers out there now.
Yeah.
Good solid
Exactly.
brandy. Help you sleep
Exactly.
good. Make your blood
Because I could have a
flow.
party and somebody could get drunk here and fall and break a leg and sue me.
Just a little shot.
Say, well, you know, I tripped over. I
See,
don't
for
know
me,
what,
it's usually vodka.
you know, your patio paper
but I'm
or
out
whatever.
of that.
Oh, okay. My
I have to go get some
nana,
more.
because you know, like
Of course she is. That's what ambulance
my nana
chasers
would talk
do.
about how that would help you blood
That
flow.
and show up at
She always has
scan
some
the
Remy and
obituary
powder.
to go
Absolutely.
solicit
Doctors
at the
prescribed
funeral home.
brandy as a blood thinner.
Of course, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess nowadays everybody's kind of stuck at home, so I guess her business is cut down.
Hey, I told you I went out last night.
Did somebody say liens about Karen's home?
She's
over here
said liens, Karen, liens, yeah.
But not liens on her home.
No, I don't think that's what they meant. Remington said it. Who knows if that's Tina? I don't believe a word they say.
Oh, she has liens on her home.
No,
never.
I didn't say that.
No, I know. I'm not talking about you. I'm reading it.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm not saying that either. I'm simply reading a comment.
Right.
You know, but she's somehow thinking that she's so funny.
I see people trick some people up like that.
Actually, I can't wait. Please serve me.
Good Lord.
Oh, me.
I could see fighting with your neighbors over a good reason, but I can't see fighting with people on a damn app. I just don't understand it.
Saying ridiculous things like,
I'm not understanding all this. I mean, now people should be pulling together. Instead, people are at home doing nothing but fighting on this internet, it seems. According to Periscope, anyways.
No, I went out last night. I had a great time for a couple of hours, and it was so nice to get out.
Where the fuck
Where'd you go? You
get to
guys
go out
out
to?
of
What the
lockdown
fuck
now?
is open?
Well,
Like,
no, but we found a restaurant where
see,
they,
that's a
oh my
dumb
gosh,
shit.
the
And
way
then
they're
they
set
want
up
to be
is so
called
cool.
smart.
You have to call in and order from your car, okay? Because they can't
ooh,
take orders.
right?
And they've set up tables outside in this huge grassy area that they have. And the tables are 6 feet apart.
Oh, wow.
And they had a
Neat.
band playing in their outside area, which you can't get into right now because that's off limits. But everybody that was sitting out in the grassy area could hear the band.
That's a great idea.
So it was so cool. I mean, we went there, we got dinner and a drink and spent a couple of hours there. And it was just so nice to get out and feel normal again. Just for a short time.
I'm actually scared to go out and feel normal again. I don't know if I'll ever be able to go out and think of it the same way again.
I don't even feel like 6 feet apart is good enough, but I do it when I have to go out for
I'm
I'm
definitely
not.
not going to take any vaccinations, so it's probably
Because you
going
know
to
what?
kill me one way or the other.
I don't know if you've been on when I said my cousin got this. She tested positive and she did get sick and she was really sick for about 3 days, real sick.
out
But
here.
in like 4
Everybody
days,
get to get free
4 or
food
5 days, she
stamps
was over it
for
and she
3
wanted to go
months.
back to work.
Mm.
They wouldn't let her go back because she's a nurse.
I have to
Do you
file
know
They
what
were
for it,
type
like,
of
but
blood
no.
she had? Did
everybody
she have
couldn't
RH
keep it out.
negative or?
I don't know, but you know what? She's diabetic and she has asthma.
Oh my.
For the
Yes.
Because
pandemic.
they're saying people with RH negative blood doesn't really get it. They're
I have
not.
no idea. I mean, she did get it. She definitely got it. And I was so worried about her. But she got over it in like it was like four, maybe 5 days later.
Praise the Lord.
I contacted her through a text and she got back to me and she was like, I'm doing great. I want to go back to work. They won't let me come back. So, you know, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad to hear it. And her husband never got it.
Oh my gosh.
He was right there in the house with her, quarantined with her.
Yeah,
And he,
Joanne says she's living with her husband and her husband has it, but her or her son don't have it.
yeah.
So that confuses me. It sends mixed messages, you know?
Yeah. As to how contagious is it? Like, oh, it's so contagious. And it's like, is it really?
They're saying for certain blood types it is, and for certain blood types it doesn't seem to be. That's where I get mixed up and confused.
Well, you know, and they gave the hydroxy, what is it? Hydroxychloroquine.
Hydroxyquin. Yeah,
Yeah.
hydroxychloroquine.
They gave that to 39 of the people who got sick in the nursing home down here for 5 days. And they said 2 of the 39 ended up hospitalized for other conditions, not anything related to coronavirus.
But they
And
were positive for the coronavirus? They were positive for the coronavirus?
They had 80 that tested positive.
Wow.
And 39 of them volunteered to take the drug. And of those 39, 37 recovered completely, and 2 of them are in the hospital with unrelated conditions.
So it's safe to say that medicine probably does help people.
Sounds like it. I mean, these are old people.
But you know, if I was that sick, I would try. I think I would try about anything.
Oh, I would too.
I mean, if I was that sick, I think I would. But they're saying that the zinc and what is it, LYN? Zinc and
the quinine.
yeah,
Well, you two
Hold
have
on,
a
Kim
pleasant
H. You're
evening.
saying
I'm
that
going
you
to
think the
disappear now.
meds have mild side effects. I can tell you that when I went to Africa, I took
Thank
that medication for a week before I went,
All
for
right
the
now.
3 weeks that I was gone, and for 2 weeks after I came back,
Oh
and I had
Lord.
no side effects from it.
Hmm.
I mean, I went to a country where to work where I could get
Malaria runs
malaria.
rampant. Yeah.
And so they were like, I mean, I had to have a shot for yellow
Baby.
fever. You don't get in Africa without a shot for yellow fever. If you haven't had it, they give it to you. Well, I'd rather get it over here than there.
Oh
Right.
Lord, that's scary.
Yeah. And I had to take that medication. And I had no side effects whatsoever. None.
It's amazing. Some people say they do, some people don't. I guess it's just a chance you gotta take.
I mean, exactly. And, if you're really sick, especially if you're like really old, I'd take it. Heck yeah.
But up here in Michigan, I think they're only giving it to people for 2 days. Even the people in ICU, they're only giving it to them for 2 days, and they do come out of the hospital. So I'm not understanding all that. It doesn't seem like 2 days of medicine would do anything.
Yeah, it's a 5-day regimen down here.
Yeah, the Z pack. That's it. The 5-day Z pack.
Come in the Zoom
Quiet,
too.
hydrochloroquine, the Z pack, and zinc. I heard is the magic cure.
And I posted it on Facebook, and a lot of people were arguing with me. And it's like, how can you argue with facts?
Right.
I mean, these people recovered. They're old? They're in their 80s. How can you argue with that? But okay, whatever.
Well, I'm surprised. I got to give them credit for actually caring about somebody that's old because up here, my friend's mother was in the hospital, and at 71, the doctors was trying to convince the family to let her go because she's too old. I'm like, 71 is not too old.
Mm-mm.
No.
My grandmother
No.
was on the ventilator at 89 and come off of it and lived
And down
another
and
three
down
You
three
here
don't scare
months.
nobody.
also,
That's you.
we
You the
have
devil.
drive-through testing, and anyone can get the testing. You don't have to
Not
show
here.
any symptoms.
Not here. You got to have a fever and a actual prescription from a doctor to get tested at a drive-through testing. Yeah.
Wow, it's sold over the counter in other countries. It should be over the counter here, and
I
we should be
guess
able
look
to
out for
take it.
your waiting room.
I'm sure it's probably over the counter in Mexico.
See,
They have
that's what's
everything.
scaring me is they're not telling us everything. They're using us as guinea pigs. I don't like it. I don't
I
like
mean,
it
the
for
only
the sake
side
of our.
effect that I've heard of was color blindness.
I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about my grandkids and my great grandkids and my great great
Well,
great grandkids that I won't even know, and
And
everybody
girl,
else's grandkids and kids. This is another vaccine that they're going to add, and I don't like it.
yeah.
But what are you going to do? I'm not going to argue against scientists and a million other people. I
Well,
just
I
got to
don't
go
know if
with my
I'm gonna.
gut feeling.
I don't know if I'm gonna take it right off.
I don't trust it.
I don't even trust the flu shot. I lie. I
No,
say I got it at
No, I don't.
CVS.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
get
don't
that either.
take it either. No way.
No, because
Mm-mm.
there's
yeah,
so many different
why you.
strains.
I'm not going
So
too
Uh huh.
far and
so
arguing
you're
with
still
no
going to
one.
get the flu on top of taking the shot.
Well,
And the
here.
only time
Exactly.
in my life I took the shot, I got sick from the shot.
Yeah, I haven't had it for years.
Not me either.
Years. And
Me
won't.
either.
I mean, my mother gets it, and I can understand that. Crap, she's 91 years old.
Right.
I can kind of understand that. But I'm not
Oh
taking it.
Lord.
No, not doing it.
Nope. Any
That
vaccination
does.
for kids. My first child, I gave her, I should say, the vaccines right from the get go, right from the doctor's spec book. I did
Yeah.
everything, but
Right.
then I started reading on it, and it scared me. I was like, "Oh shit!" So my other two kids, my little ones, they didn't get it until they were starting school, actually. And I kind of believe that my youngest, just by the way she acts now, could have been vulnerable to autism had she have been given the vaccinations early in life.
Oh, really?
I
Yeah.
have two friends with children that have autism, and they swear the vaccines did it.
I know. My one girlfriend is a nurse, and she swears, and I gotta believe her. She says she gave her own daughter the vaccinations. And she said, as soon as I gave her that vaccination, she quit talking. As soon as I gave it to her.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
And so now she has to dress up in costumes like little teddy bears, bunnies, and all kinds of costumes she has. And her daughter will dress up in the same costume. And her daughter will actually talk to her if she's dressed up in a costume.
Wow.
I know.
That's so sad.
I know. Why don't they tell parents, this is your choice? This is what could happen. At least give parents the choice. Okay? They could get this if they don't get the vaccinations, but this could happen if they do.
Well, I think on some of them, it's because it's bringing some of those old things back. I don't have a problem with maybe some of the older. Go back to the older vaccines; those worked. It's when they tried to put 10 different conditions into one vaccine. You know what I mean?
Oh, imagine we had to give our children the live polio.
Yeah, the drops, the mouth drops.
Yeah, right? The live polio, and I didn't even realize it. I didn't question it. I don't know why. I was 25 years old. You thought I would know better, but
I don't think it hurt any of us. I don't remember a lot of people. The polio vaccine was one of the safest ones out there, and it did eliminate.
What was that vaccination that they gave us in kindergarten with like this gun, and they shot it in our arm, and I still have the scar today.
Smallpox.
Okay.
Yeah. But it got rid of it.
Yep, it did.
I mean, I had a dachshund that they tried to combine 3 shots. They gave her 3 shots at one time, and she started going into anaphylactic shock.
Oh my God.
And I almost lost her that night. I mean, I was working late. I was sitting at my dining room table, and she kept whining, and I was like, Chauncey, what is wrong with you? And I looked down, and her face was the size of a Doberman's.
Oh my gosh.
And I just snatched her up, and I called my neighbor because I hadn't been in the neighborhood very long, and I was like, oh my God.
I think you had thought that when
he goes, what's going on? And I said, something's going with Chauncey. And he
okay,
goes,
Rob, I don't know you're working or whatever. I just wanted to leave this message.
And so we took
I think you had thought that when we were all coming in your scopes,
they said we don't
know back then, make it. And your the deceased friend of yours, those accounts kept coming in. I swear to God, that was not me. That was not any of us. That was that guy Mayor. I don't know him. I just I don't know the fucking goof Mayor, whatever. I just wanted to put that out there. I would never do that. And I ain't like a fucking computer person that could be that quick to be switching profiles and shit. So I just needed you to know that. I hope you know that was not me. That was Mayor. There you are. Shona.
I just wanted Rob one last thing. Lie.
Yo, if you could just, I'll leave it up. Just tell him, if you don't mind. When I used to be in his, he's right here? Okay. Now, I used to be in his scopes, Rob, and I used to go into his scopes and all that. I remember when someone was using your deceased girlfriend's picture that was coming in, and what do you call it? Every time you blocked it, another one would come in.
That wasn't fucking Mayor.
That was not me.
What the fuck?
So we're all my nephews. I don't want you. I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, one thing I don't want Rob to ever feel that was me doing that. I'm not that quick with fucking switching profiles and being a fucking dick to do that. That was that Maya guy, which I don't really know much of, but I know he was that prankster guy, Maya, whatever, that was doing that.
That wasn't fucking Mayor.
I don't know, but please know, I did not have any doing in that. You and I were speaking at the time, and I wouldn't even do that if we weren't speaking. So I just wanted you to know that, and that's it. I'm like sitting here, and I'm like, wait a minute. There's something I want to tell Rob. So I just wanted you to know that. Hey, Trump. Okay? Please know that was not me. I would never do that. Never. Okay. Trump B! All right, I just wanted to do a short scope. Okay. Be safe, guys. And I'll see you on the Paris streets.
I'm going to listen to my Halsey girl right now. I'll talk to y'all later.
Really? I can't even believe this. Sean would be like, I believe you. Like, Carrie would ever say anything that's the truth. Ever. Ugh. So gross. I can't believe she just lie out of her mouth and swear on her nephews.
Because we had to literally keep our dog in the house or lock it in.
Heartworms are spread by mosquitoes. They probably told you to keep them in because you're supposed to keep them quiet for the entire time they're on the treatment.
Oh.
They're not
Okay.
supposed to like run and play and be rambunctious because that gets the heartworms moving and it can kill them.
Wow. It'd be
Yeah,
hard. It's hard to be a doctor, but I think a veterinarian is even harder because the animals can't talk and tell
exactly.
them how they feel.
Exactly. And one of my dachshunds, I don't know if you were on here or not when I said he had a stroke. Back in November of 2018.
I'm just, oh
gosh.
And I've never been so scared. I have no idea what's wrong with him. It was like he couldn't walk, and his eyes literally were like rolling into the back of his head, and he was drooling all down over his chest.
Oh, and
I mean, I took him to the emergency vet, and they took him in, and they weren't quite sure what was wrong with him, but they said, put him on motion sickness medication and keep him in a dark room. And the next, they said, take him to your vet. And the next day I took him in, and they said that he had a stroke, and his blood pressure was super, super high.
So did they have blood pressure medications for animals? Or is
He's
it
on blood
people?
pressure medication now for the rest of his life.
Is it actual people medicine?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, that's what they do. They give animals
and
the same remedies as they do people.
Yeah, when he first went on it, they were checking his blood pressure like every couple of weeks. And now it's like every 6 months, when I take him in, he has to have his blood pressure checked. So
I wonder if these 4 kittens are stressing out my dog.
You have 4 kittens?
Yeah, 4 new. They're 5 weeks old now.
Oh,
and they're
cute.
they just lay all over my dog. My dog just kind of looks at them and rolls her eyes, but I can tell she's kind of hesitant of these kittens. I wonder if it's really stressing her out internally, though.
Yeah.
Because the kittens
I know,
are
Sandy.
getting
So
where
do
they
I.
run and jump and climb, and they're cute as can be. How am I going to get rid of any one of them? I don't know. I think I'm just going to end up keeping them all. It's my beginning of a cat lady life.
I mean, I had VIP tickets to go to a Trump rally. VIP tickets.
Wow.
When Brady had his stroke. And I called my friend and said, I can't go. I can't go.
I don't blame
There will
you.
be other rallies, but
You don't have another dog. I mean, you
I
have
can't
another
leave my
dog.
boy. I can't,
Right.
Can't leave my boy.
Right. Animals are part of the family, just like the difference.
Well, see, I have no children, so these are my children.
Oh, so when I told Tina that I was going to poison her dogs, I did apologize for that. And so she's using that apology as if I apologize for everything. No, I do not apologize for anything else I said. except for the fact I would never poison an animal ever.
And that's, and that's what I said too. When that happened, I was like, oh my God, how horrible. And, I stood by her and supported her. And then when she came out, and I watched it on the live video when she said, well, I'm just going to go and I'm going to cut the feet off her bunnies. And then I'm going to cook them up and make a stew. And I was like, what?
When she knew that was her therapeutic help was her animals.
Oh my God.
She went on about how I said that about her dogs. Oh yeah, because she texted me and called me a brother fucker. And it pissed me off so bad because that was just after I lost my brother. It pissed me off. I did go live and I said, Tina, I'm not nowhere near you, but I have family that could. And I said what I said, poison your dog. Because that's the only thing I could think of that would be remotely touch her any way to let her know what she said to me touched me. It's the only thing I could think of to compare, which it don't compare, but I would never hurt anybody's animal. Never, ever, ever, ever.
Yep.
But I did say that. And I did apologize for that. And she's trying to throw it around like my apology was for everything she ever did to me. No.
She never came out and apologized for the statement about the bunnies.
No, she didn't.
She came out and said, well, she talked about my mother first. No,
She's standing by it to this day. She says, I stand by what I said about her.
Did not.
She's still saying it to this day. Today she said it.
I mean, you can't, no.
And she was crying about what I said about her dogs, and then she turned right around and said that to Bailey.
Yep.
So that shows you it didn't mean nothing to her about what I said or my apology or anything, because she did apologize to saying what she did about my brother, but then she says, nope, I take it back and I stand by what I said. Which was so sick. I don't know if you heard what she said. Did he was his penis hard? Only she didn't say penis. I often wondered that about people when they pass away. Does their penis get it? Who even thinks like that shit?
Yeah, no kidding.
It said I kept him for 8 hours. Believe me, I was on the phone with James when I realized he was actually gone, and I hung up from James and called my daughter immediately in case I was to have a heart attack, and then I called police right away, in hopes that they could do something.
Yep. I know.
And she was my friend at the time, and I guess that's why it hurt so bad. I mean, if some stranger would have said that to me, I don't think it would have hurt as bad. But she tied up my